I could probably turn the volume up on this BGM a little, I think. This is quieter than the one I usually use. There we go. I think that's still a tolerable volume, right? I think. Did I turn... Oh, maybe I turned... Nope, I think my input gain's in the right place. Welcome to the EGGY stream gacha, where every stream starts at an arbitrary volume. Good luck. Gamble. It's time to gamble. This is the gamba. This is the gamba. Place your volume at a certain place and hope that it's going to be both audible and not going to blow out your ears. That's the gamba. That's the gamba. That's it. Ooh, it's cold. It's not that cold. It's kind of cold. It's actually, okay, outside it's not cold at all, but unfortunately I did the thing where, like... Do you ever do the thing where, like, you work out, you go to the gym, and then you work out, and then you get, like, nice and warm, but then you're also, like, nice and warm and sweaty, right? So then you go somewhere, either outside or inside by air condition, and it's, like, colder. So then suddenly you realize, because you are now covered in, like, moisture, you're like, oh, I'm freezing now. Oops. 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 Ah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. 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 Sorry for starting late as well. I was... Dinner reasons. Did you know if you have ingredients and you want dinner to be ready, you have to make it? Did you know that making dinner takes time sometimes? You in fact do have... Water does in fact take time to boil. The thing I was making wasn't even like... It's one of those things where it's like, if I would have planned this better, because it's one of those things where ideally you... Because like, it was like noodles with stuff on it, right? So ideally when you make noodles with stuff on it, especially since like, if you have noodles that don't take very long to prepare, I was using like the frozen udon, you know? The frozen udon, and then you just like put it in boiling water for like a couple minutes. So my problem is that I used the frozen udon. So ideally, you start your, if you're smart, you start your water. You start boiling your water, and then you go prepare everything else, and then you come back, and your water's boiling, and then you can put your noodles in, and then, you know, proceed as usual, right? That's what you do if you're smart. If you're not smart, then you, sit there waiting for your water to boil, and then you put your noodles in, and then you realize, there's so many other things I need to prepare, and then you rush to prepare them, and then it takes more time than it would have taken if you were smart. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But good evening to Panis, and good evening to Ark of Jonah, and good evening to Ponric, and good evening to Baxter Crook. I didn't mean to say it like that. Sounds like it's like a Baxter Crook. And good evening to Altscop and to Uphill. Good evening. Good evening. Can't the microwave go faster? I need to check the packaging if you could put it in the microwave. Because, like, sometimes, I mean, it's not in any kind of, like, styrofoam or plastic packaging when you cook it. So, like, I'm assuming you could probably put them in the microwave. But, like, I just don't know if the texture, because I know sometimes when you put stuff in the microwave, it doesn't, like, cook very evenly. So, yeah, I feel like usually when in doubt, I just do stovetop. Like, unless it's something that's, like, already cooked and you're just, like, heating it up. Like, I've done, like, the microwave rice before, and that's usually fine because it's, like, the rice is cooked. Like, it's not like it's unsafe to eat. It's just gonna be, like, cold and hard to eat if you don't put it in the microwave. But, yeah. Now I'm hyped up. Yeah! Yeah! But yeah, no, I don't trust the microwave for many... Well, I guess for thawing certain things. Microwaves are difficult. You put in the soup, and then you microwave it, and then you taste it, and you're like, ah, this is lukewarm. So you put it in the you stir it a bit, and then you put it in the microwave again. And then you know, it microwaves, and then you take it out of the microwave, and the bowl is hot, and you go, ow, 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 ow. And then you're like, okay, if I was going ow, 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 then surely that means that my soup is now hot. And then you taste your soup, and it is only slightly warmer than lukewarm. Even after stirring. Or, like, I don't know, I feel like when I do warm something up in the microwave, it's weird. It's like the heat doesn't last, right? Like, I always found this with, like, heating stuff up in the toaster oven versus in the microwave. Like, if I heat something up in the toaster oven, it'll stay warm for a while after being taken out of the toaster oven. If I heat something up in the microwave, it's gonna be cold again like 4 minutes later. Good evening, Azure Shot. Hi, Iggy. Hi, Iggy. Hello. I'm Iggy. Yeah. Hi, I was suggesting that Streamer was preparing dinner with a microwave instead of actually cooking. Streamer was not supposed to agree with me. No. Oh, my streak broke. Were you here? I mean, I didn't stream between Monday and now. I didn't stream yesterday. Very strange. Yesterday, I was too busy having a haircut. I had haircut. And then I came back. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I had haircut, and then I had lunch, and then I came back. Sorry to confuse you about the order of events. But at least my hair is normal again. My bangs are back. I feel like a real person again. I don't know. I feel like when my bangs are gone, I, like, cease to be myself when my bangs grow out. And they actually cut them to the length I asked for this time, which is nice. I feel like a lot of the times when I get my hair cut, often what happens is that, like, I guess the hairdresser, like a stylist, is scared that, like, if they cut it too short, then I'll complain. But, like, no, I'll be actively like, please cut it shorter so I don't have to be, like, coming back every week. But they're like, no, it's gonna be too short. I'm like, in 2 days, this is going to solve itself. It's fine. I understand why, but it's like, So they actually cut it to the correct length this time. I don't know, I feel like it's... I mean, surely this maybe was a thing in the past, but I feel like it's not even the first time that, like, I've been denied something at... Like, I've been denied a product or service, or at the very least, I had to, like, ask for it specifically, because they were worried about people complaining. I went to an ice cream place once, and I only wanted a little bit of ice cream. Like, I only wanted, I think the regular, what they considered regular size was 2 scoops, and if you wanted just 1 scoop, then that was considered a kitty size. But the thing is, so I asked, I'm like, hey, yes, I would like 1 kitty chocolate mint, please. And then they said, okay, what kind of cone do you want? And I'm like, oh, actually, could I get it in a cup? And they said no. And the answer, I was like, oh, because it turns out that this ice cream place had issues in the past because they have multiple sizes of cones, but they only had 1 size of cup, right? So they had issues in the past with people who would order a kitty size in a cup. And then they would get this cup that was, you know, not remotely full because, again, a kitty size is only half the size of a regular size. And the cups were made for the regular size. So people would essentially order a kitty scoop in a regular cup, and then they would post a picture online and be like, wow, they only gave me this much ice cream. What a ripoff. So, like, they had to, like, clear it with the manager to give me a single scoop in a cup. Hiya, Eggy. Hello, Cool Cats. Welcome. Welcome, Cool Cats. Sorry, I'm complaining. I'm complaining. I'm complaining. I mean, I don't know. I did get my single kitty scoop in a cup, but they had to, like, again, they had to, like, clear it with the manager. They had to, like, clear it. I think those people really manipulated the system. Well, yeah, because it's like, I don't know. I guess I understand why, because they had to explain it to me. I'm like, because I'm like, I don't know, I'm counting my calories. I just wanted a little treat. I wanted, like, one bite of ice cream. So, yeah. Turns out, due to people being mean and bad, I now have to get a cone if I want a single scoop. I'm excited for more Zelda. That's good. I don't know. I feel like we're closer. How close to the end am I? Like, obviously it's not going to be finished this stream unless I suddenly become a speedrunner. But, like, I was thinking, like, I was looking through the menus when like, after last stream, when I was just, like, saving and closing down. And I was like, I think I have all the songs. I have all the songs. And I think I have, like, almost... Like, it's one of those things where there's, like, 1 or 2 slots of stuff that's missing when I look through the menus, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I have almost everything. I know with a lot of these games, there's usually, like, some item that they give you at, like, the very last second, but I'm like, wow, yeah, I am further. I guess maybe it's because, like, it's my first time playing, so it's like... But on the other hand, I'm like, I should be able to discern how far ahead I am, because I've played a Zelda game before. I know how these work. Very egg core. She's so full of protein. I had eggs today. I bought too many eggs a while back, so now I need to use many eggs. I think I talked about this last time. Also, good evening, Digitizer. And also, good evening, Sylvisaurus. Good evening. Yeah, there's some optional items. Oh yeah, that too. Usually they tend to have that. I don't know. I guess it'll depend. Because I imagine there might be... Would there be things that I can't get now? Because I know I've played games before where, like, if you want to get a thing, you have to do it at a specific point in the game. And if you wait too long or if you get too far ahead, then you just, like, can't go back. Thank you, Automod. Automod, ban this guy. Yeah. You can still get everything, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah. Because I know, like, Majora's Mask, I think you could get everything the whole time. But also, Majora's Mask was kind of unique in its format, right? Because it's, like, a loop, right? So, like, if you screwed up on getting something one time, you can just play the song a time and redo the loop, right? And, like, sometimes you would have to, like, redo a bunch of stuff. Like, I think there was something was it the Frog Choir? I remember there was, like, some mission where I had to, like, beat Goat multiple times because you needed to, like, melt the snow on the mountains. So sometimes you have to redo stuff, but, like, yeah, if you screw it up, you can just, like, start over. Just do it again. I don't think you can really do that in Ocarina. Yeah, like, Ocarina, I guess you can go back and forth between kid and adult. So, like, if there's something you missed as a kid, then, like, it's not a big deal, but, like, yeah. Frog Choir, Cafe's Mask, Aliens. Yeah. Cafe's Mask, okay, I did the Cafe quest, but I did it with a walkthrough, and it baffles me how anybody figured out. It baffles me. It's one of those things, you know, where, like, you play it with a walkthrough, and you're like, I will never take walkthroughs for granted, because I have no idea how anybody figured that one out. Like, the steps are so... I mean, some of the steps are simple to figure out, because it is just, like, go here at this specific time, because... and then this will happen, right? But sometimes some of them are not intuitive, and I'm like, man, how did people figure out how to play video games end of sentence. Like, before walkthroughs. Yeah, people had free time in... Well, you don't have to call it the 1900s. Yeah, that was for sure a bunch of people's one and only game. That's true. That's true. And there's probably less games coming out, so it's not like there was a concern of, like, nobody will finish this game if we make it too difficult because they're gonna get the next one. I mean, I guess there's probably a lot of stuff that spread through, like, word of mouth, too, right? Like, I guess nowadays if you're stuck in a game, you can Google the game and they will tell you, like, okay, go here, do this, go here, do this. But I guess in the past you would, like, complain to your friends about it, and then your friend would be like, oh yeah, I figured that one out, just, like, get that thing and do this. For Child Me, it was all trial and error, like, actually taking physical notes. Oh yeah. Plus, Bomber's Notebook is incredibly useful. Oh yeah, I guess there's... Like I said, like, there are some things in the game that are pretty straightforward, but... Yeah. Buy the official Nintendo Player's Guide. Buy a book to tell you what to do. Whenever I replay Final Fantasy VII, I have to bring up the list of missables because I don't want to forget. Oh, is Final Fantasy VII one of those ones that has, like, a lot of stuff where it's like, oh... there was a quest in this village, but then it got destroyed, and now you can never do it again because the village is gone. Does it have, like, a lot of stuff like that kind of thing? Your Canadian pronunciation is very endearing. Do I sound that Canadian? I mean, I guess it's one of those things where, like, everybody thinks they don't have an accent, right? Like, I feel like everyone's like, oh yes, the people around me have this kind of accent, but I don't. I guess... I don't know. I guess maybe, like, I've never thought of myself as sounding super Canadian, but I literally have to do a final on this. Oh, are you studying, like, linguistics? Like, am I part of your research? On Canadian accents? Yeah, I'm a linguist. Because, like, okay, for me, I think the thing with Canada is that it has the same kind of thing as the States, but to a lesser degree, just because I guess there's less people. But, like, you'll have a bajillion, like, you'll have different accents because of how big it is, right? So, like, obviously people in Quebec are going to sound different because French. Obviously people in the Maritimes will also sound different. But, like, I remember when I met Kane a few years ago, and Kane lives on, like, West Coast, right? West Coast Canada. And I always thought, like, Kane sounds... My good friend... I should probably shout him out. So you guys know who I'm talking about, if you have not seen him before. He sounds... Like, to me, he sounds the most Canadian. Like, if I had to give an example of somebody who, like, sounds Canadian to me, it's him. But also, I might only be able to differentiate that because he's from a different part of Canada than I am, right? I've had 2 different people mark only Louisiana as least standard English. When you say least standard, I'm assuming you mean, like, deviates the most from standard English? Or, like, is most... Like is most distinct kind of thing? Only Louisiana. Everyone else in the States speaks exactly the same way, except for the people of Louisiana. Yeah, deviates the most from what they mark as standard English. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends what you think, because, like, what you think is standard English is... I mean, I'm sure there's probably some, like, universal standard, but... To me, I'm like, I feel like standard English is just English from wherever it is I grew up, and then, like, everywhere else is an accent. Like, because to me, I'm like I said, everybody thinks they don't have an accent, I feel. Because, like, but then again, like, yeah, basically standard English doesn't exist. Yeah. Like, there's not really... I guess you might have, like, those... What's that, like, name of that neutral-sounding accent? Like, there's an accent I remember that, like, television, like, news people and, like, weathercasters makes them sound like wizards. Like, You know, the people who are on the news. There's like a specific accent that I remember they have to learn because it sounds like fairly, like it doesn't sound like it's from any one specific part of the States. But even then, I think that wouldn't really be like, yeah, Mid-Atlantic. Mid-Atlantic? Yeah, Mid-Atlantic. Yeah, that's the one. But even then, that's not really standard English because somebody from outside of the States will listen to it and be like, yeah, that's American. So, like, because I don't know, I guess I can't always identify, like, American accents from different parts of the US, but, like, I guess, supposedly Omaha's the most neutral American accent. Neutral! Yeah. Because, like, I can tell, like, if I talk to two Americans who are from two different states, I can usually identify, like, okay, these are people from different parts of the country. But, like, to be able to necessarily tell you, like, this person is from this part of the country and this person's from this part of the country, I'm like, I might not be able to do that. Especially if it's two places that are sort of close together. But no, I think the thing, yeah, you're right that like UK accents are also like wild in their own ways. I think one of the things that really throws me for a loop with UK accents is that like, because compared to like the States and Canada, like landmass wise, the UK is much smaller, but despite that, there's still like a big variety of accents to the point that like, you can dox yourself by speaking. I remember like, okay, I remember once I was talking with Pup. Can I shout somebody else out? Or is there a cooldown for this? Yes, I was talking to Pup once, and they were like, oh yeah, like all these British VTubers, they all have like southern British accents. And so I sent like a clip of a VTuber I know is British, and I'm like, okay, what kind of accent is this? And then Pup just instantly had like, it was like, oh yeah, maybe not London, but just outside of London, maybe further to the south. And I'm like, I mean, I know people can move, but like, I'm still like completely thrown off that like, you know, somebody can just like, speak a few sentences and immediately be like, okay, yeah, this is where they grew up. This is where they grew up. Yeah. Mid-Atlantic doesn't exist anymore. No one uses it. It's how people spoke in the early to mid-1900s, but it wasn't exactly how common persons spoke. Wasn't there also another one that was like transatlantic? Like that's the one that they use in old films that's like, that's like sort of halfway between like British and American. Just south of London, lives near bog. Their father was a chimney sweep. Yeah. Nowadays, a Midlands accent, which is the accent from around Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, but not metropolitan centers, Illinois, but not Chicago, and similar places. Yeah, that one doesn't exist anymore either. I mean, did that one even exist in general? I was under the impression it was like an accent that was like completely made up. Like from scratch, that was like taught to actors and taught to people, but like nobody actually uses this like in real life. Yeah. Midlands is considered neutral. Well, I mean, it's kind of in the name. It is the middle of the land. Transatlantic only existed among upper crust people who were taught it, but it's basically fabricated. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I was just like making sure I was like correct. I'm like, was that the one? But yeah, what's this playlist? This is Omori... Relaxing Omori music with gentle rain. I don't know if my energy is quite matching this. I might be a little too upbeat for this music. But yeah. Did you play Omori? Yes. Oh boy, that was a long time. I played Omori in the summer of 2022, which is 4 years ago. I think actually no, Omori was... I think it was one of the last games I streamed before I went to Japan. Yeah, it was like summer of 2022. Because I think I had started it on PC much earlier, but I was having, for whatever reason, it was giving me weird technical issues when I tried to stream it. So I stopped playing for a while, and then when it came out on Switch, I got it on Switch, and then I streamed it from that. Yeah, like the Boston Brahmins, the wealthy Bostonians of the early 20th century spoke similarly because they were instructed to. Well, I mean, I know that, like, the UK kind of has a similar thing as well, right? Like, aren't there also, like, accents that are usually learned in, like, fancy rich people schools? And even though they're not necessarily, like, the natural fancy rich people way of speaking? I guess it's another thing with the UK that I also see as well. Because, like, I think, I mean, in talking to British people, my experience is that I think some people absolutely overestimate the degree to which Americans can differentiate the different accents. Because, like, even, like, differences between, like, location or, like, upper class, lower class type accents, like, I think to Americans, most of them sound just British. Like, they're like, yep, that's British. They might be able, like, for certain ones, like, maybe if there's ones that are like, you know, this is what the royal family uses, so this is probably fancier sounding. Or, like, this is what Oliver Twist sounds like, so it's probably lower class. But, like, other than that, like, most people cannot really tell the difference. Yeah, Cary Grant grew up with a lowbrow British accent that he masked with his famous accent from nowhere. Inventing a new accent. I also know, though, it also makes, like, I know there's somebody that I followed on Instagram years ago. And she was, like, in a weird, I guess she was kind of a weird outlier case where she was born in somewhere else in Europe, and then she moved to the UK at a young age, but because where she was born didn't speak English, she had to learn English. But her family was, like, you know, not especially wealthy, but I guess for whatever reason she had a, like, her tutor growing up who was teaching her English in the beginning had a, like, I guess just kind of this upper class accent. So because of that, like, some of that, she's like, yeah, I sound kind of posh sometimes because, like, that's the English I got used to hearing before I, like, was going to school with other kids who spoke, like, a more, you know, a less posh dialect. So I guess there are weird edge cases for people who come from, like, outside the UK that... Yeah, I wonder, too, for, like, people who learn... I guess maybe if you learn English as, like, British English, you'll just take on the accent of whatever, whatever your English teacher had, I guess. I remember hearing people who have taught English in Japan, and they were like... like, I remember talking to one person, and they were like, oh yeah, so the English teacher that was working at my school who had left before I got there was from Australia. So, like, a whole bunch of the kids now just have, like, an Australian accent when they say certain words because that's just what they got used to hearing. Like, just like, oops, now you're Australian. Oops, now you're Irish. Oops, now you're British. I remember a few years back, like when Peppa Pig was like the big kids show, there was like, I remember hearing about parents who are like, my child is suddenly British because like, Peppa Pig, like, I guess it was, like, they just, when they brought it over, they just kept the original voices, right? So all the kids were hearing like British speech all the time. So it's like, oops. Yeah, I wonder if the same thing happened with Bluey, because Bluey's from, Australia, I think? Peppa Pig is turning the American children British, and then Bluey is going to turn them Australian. Yeah, it's so funny when British and Australian shows have American dubs. Yeah. I think it's also interesting with children's shows because I feel like children's shows tend to be the ones that get like the most adaptational changes between regions just based on what they think is going to do well. Like I remember there were some shows I remember I watched as like a very small child. Like this was like preschooler kind of stuff that were apparently from other countries. But apparently were like completely different in other countries. Like sometimes they will add when they like localize it, they'll like add dialogue when there was none, or they'll do the opposite where they'll take a show that had dialogue and then they'll just replace it with narration. Or like some of them would just like take all the dialogue out and the characters just make no like sounds. Like I know that like there's a lot of shows like that for small children where like there'll be like huge adaptational changes between regions. My niece got caught swearing, but it was with a British accent because she was watching YouTubers. The British YouTubers. The British YouTubers. Teletubbies was one? Wait, really? I mean, I guess Teletubbies... Oh, maybe it's different for the US and Canada? Now that I think of it, Teletubbies did feel kind of... Was Teletubbies British? Because, like... It was. Okay, yeah, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like... Yeah, the names... The name... Yeah, maybe... Yeah, I guess it was filmed there. Okay, yeah, because, like... Yeah, it does feel very British now that I think of it. Bob the Builder's British. Wait, really? I could've... Maybe they dubbed it... Did they dub it for, like, North America? Because I don't remember Bob the Builder having a British accent as a kid. Thomas was British. Although I think they used a different narrator in the UK versus the US versions. But it was still British. It was still a British guy. Thomas the Tank Engine was British. I don't remember. Bob the Builder was British? Yeah, they flooded the set and made it a pond because too many people were visiting. Oh, wait, was it actually filmed outside? I mean, to be fair, I was like barely 2 years old probably when I was watching Teletubbies, but I remember liking Teletubbies a lot as a kid, apparently. Or so my mom tells me. Yeah, Bob had an American dub. Ah, okay, that's why. I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't remember Mr. Robert Builder being British. Which is weird, because Bob the Builder sounds like such an American name for a show, right? Yep, on someone's farmland. Oh! I mean, I guess it had to belong to someone. It wasn't just like a random field. I don't know, I was trying to remember, because I guess it's like, from what I remembered, I just kind of assumed it was like a set with like a backdrop. But yeah, I guess maybe that was outside. Because I'm trying to remember, there was a... What did I have as a kid? Because I know when I was a kid in Canada, there was a TV channel called Treehouse that was like all preschoolers. So some of it was like Dora and like other like Nick Jr., like Blue's Clues and stuff. I think they had The Bear in the Big Blue House. But they also had some other ones that I'm pretty sure were like imported. I remember Miffy, like, you know, like the little bunny that's now pretty much just a mascot character. Is she from the Netherlands, if I'm correct? There was like a Miffy show, but I remember it didn't have any dialogue. It was just narration. And I don't know, because I'm assuming in other countries it had dialogue, I think? Because, like, the characters would move and, like, the camera would focus as if they were speaking. But there was just a narrator telling you what's going on. What else was there? I mean, some of it was probably Canada specific as well, I think. I remember there was one called, Mighty Machines. I think that one was Canadian. It was about trucks. It was about trucks. And the like. It was just, actually, it wasn't really... It was actually Mighty Machines, I think, wasn't really about truck. Like, it wasn't like an animated one. It was just like a live action one. I guess it was more in the vein of like how it's made kind of thing, where it's just like, here's a bunch of interesting trucks and other construction equipment, and we're gonna show you what people do with it. Bob le bricoleur. Was it in French? It probably existed in French. But yeah, there was probably some, what was another one? Blue's Clues is the only kid show I remember liking a lot. We had Mighty Machines in America too. Okay, I kind of was wondering if it was a Canadian one. Oh, maybe I was mixing it up, because, did you guys have, what's his name? This is Daniel Cook, which was basically just a show about a kid doing stuff, like, usually it'd be something interesting, like they'd be like, take him to like a fire station and have him tour a fire station. But I think usually This is Daniel Cook, I remember, would air like back to back with Mighty Machines, so maybe I'm pretty sure Daniel Cook was like a Canadian production. But also I know that like, I feel like kids shows seem to be like a massive Canadian export when it comes to like the US. I know I'm old, but Big Comfy Couch was the jam. Yeah, that was also Canadian, I think. I think I was like, I think I was alive when it was on TV, but I think it was mostly reruns. Like I remember watching a little bit as a kid, but I don't remember being super into it. Yeah, Cartoon Network aired crazy amounts of television shows when I was a kid. Yeah, because like I know on Canadian networks have a requirement to air a certain amount of Canadian content. So I know it makes sense, obviously you're going to see Canadian stuff on Canadian networks, but I'm always surprised when it comes to the States of like, I wonder maybe if it was like cheaper to license or something? Like, apparently Mighty Machines was Canadian, but I recall it airing in the US. Okay, yeah. Because, yeah, Mighty Machines, Tupi and Binu, I think. I never watched it much because I think it came out right as I was like aging out of that demographic. But I think Tupi and Binu, I think, was Canadian. No, it had to be Canadian with names like that, unless it was like imported from Europe or something, which is also probably a possibility. I know Toronto was a huge filming locations for the 90s because of tax breaks. I mean, it still kind of is for certain things, I think. I know Vancouver is a big one too for movies. I think there's a lot of I mean, I don't know how it's doing right now because I know multiple people who worked in animation and are currently out of work. Please hire them. But I know that there's a number of like animation studios in Toronto that I think would mostly take on like either outsourced work or like stuff for other productions. But I know like a lot of them like I said, I think a lot of them had like big layoffs in the past few years. Like I said, I know multiple people who worked in animation around Toronto and they are all out of work. So yeah. As a Canadian, I apologize for Caillou. Oh yeah, that was a Canadian thing too, wasn't it? I mean, at this point, I feel like if anything has a French name, if anything has a title that's in French, or any character with names that sound French, I just kind of assume it's a Canadian production. Like, I know that there are other French-speaking countries that produce television and animation, but like, realistically speaking, if it's airing on a Canadian channel and it's characters with conspicuously French names, I just assume it's Canadian. I am Caillou from Topeka, Kansas. Caillou. His parents really just named him Pebble. That's what Caillou means. It's like a pebble or like a small stone. Bro's named Pebble. Like Jacob Tutu. When did that one come out? Did that air here? It must have. I seem to remember hearing something about it, but I don't remember ever watching it. US shows, especially animation, were outsourced a lot. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I know that that's in a lot of countries. There's like, I know South Korea has like a ton of animation, but also a lot of it until recently was like outsourced from either from Japan or from the US. I know that was like a huge thing for a while. Bro got no hair and they named him Pebble? Yeah, that's what Caillou means. Yeah. Yeah, every anime has so many Korean names in the credits. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, again, for a lot of American productions. I noticed a lot of Vietnamese names in a lot of anime productions, too. I mean, I guess the dynamics of that are always changing. Because, I know that, like I said, in the past, I think Korea was more outsourcing, but now I feel like you see more, like, Korea original productions. Yes, interestingly, a lot of notable JP anime like Gundam was outsourced to Korea. Oh my god. There is a video somewhere on the internet of Korra from Legend of Korra dancing to My Boy from which I believe is a 2011 release from K-pop group Sistar 19 that was animated by I guess when they were animating Korra, since again it was outsourced to Korea, I guess they had some spare time. So there is a short clip somewhere of Korra dancing to K-pop. Angela Anaconda was Canadian? Probably. I think it was a little before my time. A solid chunk of dubbed anime was also Canadian as well. Like Sailor Moon, I think was dubbed in Canada. Some part of Dragon Ball. Canada caused a divorce. Look, it could have been anything. Alternate universe where they showed a different short at the beginning. Could have been anything. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z had Ocean Group dub it. Yeah, so Ocean Group, I think everything Ocean Group did was Canadian. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z has a Canadian dub and a Texas dub. The Canadian one was first. Inuyasha was dubbed by Ocean as well. Yeah, like I think Ocean was like for early anime dubbing, it was like a pretty big thing. Ryan Gosling is from Canada. Okay, well now we're just talking guys. That's just people. Also, good evening, Zolt. That's just people. Yeah, there's several million people living in Canada. Realistically, some people on Earth are going to be Canadian. He's literally Ryan Gosling. Well, I mean, geese do hatch from eggs. Egg, should I try to get a job in Canada? Zully, I can't even get a job in Canada, and I live here. I don't know. I've definitely seen, it is kind of funny sometimes when I see people who have, like, recently moved to Canada, and they'll have complaints about Canada, and it's like, yeah, it's the same. It's the same if you've been living here for years. It's all the same. People be like, I can't find a job, and it's like, yeah. And people are like, everything is so expensive, and it's like, yeah, it's expensive for us too. You try Germany, I try Canada. I don't know, I don't speak German. What are my chances? What are my chances? Yeah. Getting the job is the easy part, getting the house is the hard part. Yeah, well, I mean, even for me, I have kind of a... Like, even moving between cities in Canada. Like, I'm not even talking, like, internationally. Moving cities between Canada sometimes puts you in this weird loop, because a lot of landlords, right, will want, like, some kind of proof of employment before they rent to you, right? But also, a lot of jobs don't want to hire you unless you already live nearby, right? Like, I think some jobs, even when you apply, they'll, like, filter you by location. So sometimes it puts you in a weird loop where it's like, okay, I can't get a job until I have a place that's closer, but I also can't move until I get a job. So it puts you in like this weird loop unless you know somebody or like, you know somebody who lives close enough that you can like stay there for a while. The classic catch-22 of employment. Yeah, and like it's the worst thing as well because it's like like, moving cities shouldn't be that difficult because it's, especially if it's within like the same province or the same country. I think the worst one is when it's like two cities that are relatively close together, where it's like, you know, it's maybe like a 2-hour drive away. So it's like, okay, it's not that far, but it's like a little far to be doing as a daily commute. But also like it's close enough that you're like, oh, but I can't really move. Like, yeah. Maybe Canada and America, not so different after all. I think it is difficult to find a job here and everything is expensive at this point. Is kind of like a universal problem everywhere. I don't think there's a single person on Earth right now who is like, you know what? I found my job pretty easily. You know, things are pretty affordable here. Like, I don't think there's a single person on Earth who thinks that about where they live. Unless you're one of those people who are like, I bought a house in the middle of nowhere because it was affordable and now I own a house. Like, maybe if you're one of those people, maybe they consider it that, but like, you still, that doesn't even, that doesn't even account for the jobs, you know? I bought a house entirely because I couldn't find a single landlord willing to rent to me. That's me, I'm in the middle of nowhere. No! I don't know, I guess for some people, like, there are no jobs here. Yeah, that's the problem with living in the middle of nowhere, right? I'll go to Germany, Zully to Canada, Eggy to US, everyone's happy. Wait, why am I going to the US? Why am I being sent to the US? Yeah, I know I will never own a house, never gonna earn that much money. I don't know, for me it's like, I don't think I'm, unless a bunch of good things happen to me in very rapid succession, I don't anticipate owning a house. But I think the other thing is that for me, I think this is gonna sound like cope. This is gonna sound like cope from someone who will probably never make enough to buy a house. But like, I also, like, even when I was younger, was like kind of, not skeptical, but I'm just like, if you buy a house, especially if you have like a mortgage or something, like, or like take out a loan for it, like that you have to pay back over a long period of time, it's like, you have to live there. Like, regardless of what happens, right? Like, you have to decide, you have to pick a spot and be like, yes, this is where I am going to live for the rest of my life. This is the place. And I'm like, is that? Like, like, I don't know if I could decide that. Like, if you had to tell me, like, you have to live one place for the rest of your life, I'd be like, for the rest of my life? Like, free spirit Eggy, I wouldn't even say that, but at least I like having my options open, right? Like, yeah, you still have to move either way, and that's still gonna be a pain, but like, at the very least, I feel like, you know, getting out of your lease and moving to a different rental is going to be easier than having to get out of your mortgage and sell your house. Like, it seems... to me, that's why I'm just like, I don't know if I could commit to like one location, you know? And like, obviously I'm probably not gonna be wealthy enough. Again, unless very good things happen to me in rapid succession. I don't think I'm gonna be wealthy enough to own like multiple houses in different places, so... yeah. There's a middle ground between free spirit and wanting not to be anchored down. Yeah, yeah. I guess it's not free spirit, it's just like, I don't want to like close off options if I don't have to, you know? Like, buy an RV. Yeah, but I can't drive. I can't drive. Who's gonna drive it? Yeah, getting on the property ladder is a good step, at least in Canada. Yeah, I think first I need to get on the corporate ladder. There's a bunch of ladders I think I need to climb to the top of first before I even start thinking about that. You can't drive? I have never been able to drive. I don't know, lately I've been considering, like, because the first test that you do for a driver's license where I live is, like, a written test. So, I'm thinking of maybe doing that in the near future. Because I don't think it's terribly difficult, and also... it's not, like, it's kind of, like, at least I can say I have a learner's permit. Because, like, there's a few different stages of driving for here. where you have some that are like you have like the learner's permit, and then I think you have like G1, G2, and then like full G, which is basically just like the normal license. Like you can drive any car, well, any car that you own, but like you can drive your car without any limitations, right? Whereas the other ones are like, oh, you have to have somebody in the car with you who has had their license for X number of years, or like you can't, I think there's some, can you go on a highway? I think with some you can't go on the highway yet. But you're full G to me, thank you. I don't think that makes me any more competent with driving a car. Yeah. I know how Canada is, but in the US you can't drive if you can't drive, you're legitimately a second-class citizen. And Canada, in a lot of cities in Canada, it is kind of the same. Like, I'm lucky to live in a city with like a competent transit system, which many people would argue with that statement, but I've lived in other cities and I can tell you it can be so much worse. It can be so much worse. Here it's like I don't know, sometimes I talk to people here will complain, they'll be like, oh, my bus was late, and I'm like, oh, your bus was late? At least it showed up. At least it showed up. So yeah, there's only 3 cities in Canada with public transit. Well, okay, with competent public transit. Wait, what's the third? I think I know which two of those 3 is. What's the third one? What's the third one? Yeah. You mentioned Metro or... Oh, wait, no, I remember the third one. Right, I forgot that Quebec exists. There we go. Okay, I remember that Quebec exists. I know what the third one is. Yeah, today on the subway I found a discarded name tag from the ice cream museum. Only in the big city. In the big city. Quebec. I don't know. I think the other day I forgot that I know how to speak French. I was like, man, I don't have any employable skills at all. Nothing to set me apart. And then I remembered I can speak French. I was like, oh, right. That's an employable skill here. No, I think... Yeah, again, I am lucky to live where I live. But yeah, not being able to drive to me also feels like it limits where I can move. Because there are places, like people often say, like if you complain about the rent, people are like, oh, move to like a smaller town, move to a smaller city. And I'm like, okay, cool. And how am I going to just live, like be in my house forever? Like, where am I going to, like, how am I going to go to the grocery store? How am I going to go to work? How am I going, like, yeah. Move to the middle of the desert. Yummy. Yeah, just move to nowhere and work in a factory? Do they have those anymore? On this side of the ocean? But yeah, honestly surprising how many cities in Germany have a subway. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's easier, because I think one of the main issues here is that, like, both in the US and in Canada, we have, like, huge issues with sprawl. So oftentimes it's one of those things where it's like, a city might build, like, a subway in their densest area, but the problem is that, like, that's only going to help, like, a fraction of the population, right? And trying to spread it out to, like, the areas that are further out, like, you know, the more sprawl you have, the more expensive it becomes to, like, build a system that is going to be accessible to everybody. So I think that's what happens with a lot of Canadian cities, is that they'll have one area that's, like, walkable and accessible by transit, and then if you live anywhere else in town, then it's like, okay, good luck. Good luck. Yeah. To be fair, if you're going to the middle of nowhere, you could get away with streaming. Get away like it's a crime. Simply move to Nunavut and get into the shale oil business. Actually, I think I have a relative who I think worked, I don't know if it was oil, but he did some kind of labor in Nunavut. Where, yeah, basically he would be sent there for like a few months at a time. But I don't think he really went anywhere is the thing. Like they had like basically they had like a facility where they would like live and like, you know, they had stuff there. So yeah, I don't think he really went anywhere. But again, he would only be there for a few months at a time. And then he would come back for a few months at a time. Yeah, remote work is a thing, but companies want people to return to the office nowadays. Yeah, especially if you live close enough to, you know, sort of get there in one day. But yeah, that's the other thing too, as well, to me, is just like cars are expensive, right? So it's like, in theory, I could get my license, right? Let's say I get my license, and then like I move out to the middle of nowhere where rent is cheaper, but now I have to have a car. And now, so it's like, okay, I'm saving money on rent, but I feel like I would end up at the same place I was before, because it's like, okay, now I have to pay for the car and the insurance and repairs and gas, and like, I'm like, I feel like that would just, that wouldn't that just even out? Wouldn't that just even back out to spending the exact same amount of money now to just be a lot more inconvenienced? Like, even like Eggy's sister, she lives in like a much more walkable area. And at one point, like, her boyfriend had a car, but at one point they just sold the car because they were both like, well, we're paying more, like, we barely use this because everything we need to go to is like within walking distance or within transiting distance. And also, like, we have to pay extra to park this thing because we have to like pay for like a parking permit and stuff, right? So it's like, eh, mm, eh, mm. So yeah, they ended up getting rid of the car just because it was like, it was, at some point I feel like if your neighborhood is walkable enough, having a car becomes more of a burden than an asset. Yeah, parking permit, yeah. In certain areas, if the driveways, especially like, I guess areas that are either super dense or, I think some apartment buildings, I think you have to pay extra for a parking spot every month as well. Yeah. Yeah, it really depends on where you are and whether the economics of a car go in your favor. Yeah. But yeah, to me, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just like pay more for rent, but like live in a place where I can get away with not using a car. Like, it just, I don't know. At some point, it feels like it would become a burden. Yeah, parking is never free. Yeah, because that's the thing. See, this is the upside to taking public transit everywhere, is that the only thing you need to bring is yourself. And like sometimes that's inconvenient if you're like carrying a lot of stuff, but like it's just yourself. Because it means that, you know, when you get there, you can just get there and just go into wherever it is you're going. You can just get there and you're yourself. And you don't have to like hunt for parking or like cross through the giant parking lot or pay for parking. You're just there, right? Yeah, that's the thing in the US, but only if you're renting. If you own, even in dense cities, you have a parking right of way. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how it works for other cities, because most of where I've lived, everything was like a new development where everybody had driveways. I don't really know how it works in like the older parts of cities. But yeah, here obviously you can park on your own driveway. But I think even then, I know there's some neighborhoods that have been having issues with that. Like I know where my parents live, the issue that they keep having is an unintended side effect, I think, of rent becoming more expensive is that you now have more people living in each place, right? It's more common to have like 4 people renting a townhouse, obviously, than it was in the past, right? So the problem with that is that you have neighborhoods of like maybe like townhouses or like single family homes that were built with the assumption that everybody would have like 1, maybe 2 cars in the driveway. But then now you have houses where there'll be like lots of people living in the same house and each of them have their own cars. So you'll have like 5 bros living in a house and they each have their own car and they're living in an area where the driveways can only hold 2 cars each, right? So you have issues like that where it's like, okay, so I know some people who have less cars on their street have started like essentially renting their driveway. So they're like, okay, if you give me like, you know, this amount of money per month, then you can park your car in my driveway. Usually they do this for people who like live nearby. So it's like, okay, the guy 2 doors down. So it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, you see that along college towns. Yeah, yeah. Or it's like, you have to, Because, like, the other option is everybody parks on the road, but it's not a very narrow, it's not a very wide street, it's a pretty narrow street. So yeah, if if people keep parking on the road on both sides, then it becomes pretty undrivable. Yeah. I guess it's also one of those things, like, at one point, my parents lived close to, like, a hospital, and there was this, like, it kind of became a huge issue after a while, because what would happen is that, like, so the hospital would charge people for parking. But the problem with that is that, like, they would charge you, for whatever reasons, it seems that the hospital employees didn't seem to get, like, a discount or an exemption from this. So if you were just, like, going in for, like, a visit or, like, one appointment and you weren't going to be there for that long, then, like, yeah, most of those people were paying for parking. But for people who were, like, going there every day for long periods of time, what would happen is that they would see the price of the parking and they would be like, no, that's ridiculous. So they go park on, like, a side street that was, like, nearby, which they weren't supposed to do. But they figured, I think the thing is that, like, with the math, like, every so often, I guess there would be police that would come by and like, ticket people who were parked on that side street when they weren't supposed to be. But the problem was, like, people realized, they were like, okay, it is actually cheaper to park there and risk getting a ticket maybe a couple times a year. It was cheaper to do that than to actually go park, like, legally in the parking lot. So it became kind of an issue where, like, that area would just get super, like, crowded by people who were parked there to go to the hospital. So it was like, yeah. I knew so many people that would move their car between every class. Well, that's also because I feel like the parking situation on college campuses is never good. I don't think I've ever been to a single university or college that has had parking that was both convenient and, like, affordable. I don't think a single one has all that. Wish I could go back in time and shake whoever thought building all of our infrastructure around personal cars. I know this was not one person, was a good idea. Yeah. Well, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like you can build stuff with, like, pedestrians and bicycles in mind without, like, completely kneecapping cars. Whereas I feel like if you build for cars, then you have, like, severely inconvenienced every other method of transit. Like, anyway, today also too, I went to the gym, and I feel like as I was walking around, I'm like, did everybody forget how to drive? Like, I don't know how to drive, so, like, maybe this is, like, you know, not an accusation I should be making, but, like, I remember at one point I was crossing a street, and it was just, like, a very tiny crosswalk, right? I was at a crosswalk, and there was, like, a guy who was, like, just sitting there on his phone, and the problem was that, like, the light was green, and, like, there was somebody behind him. There was another car behind him. This was the only, like, there was no other lane. This person couldn't go around him. But yeah, this guy was just, like, sitting on his phone, and, like, the person behind him was, like, I don't, like, they seemed to be, like, debating if they should honk or not. But yeah, I felt bad. They're just stuck there. They're just stuck there. Or today I also saw somebody driving, like, on the crosswalk. And, like, I don't mean, like, there was a crosswalk and somebody was, like, like a car was turning a corner. No, there was a car, I think they were trying to, like, go around something, and somehow they ended up on the crosswalk. And I was just, like, looking at it, I'm like, I don't think that's legal. I feel like that's probably illegal. I don't think there's any laws against that specifically, but I think it might be illegal. I don't know what they were trying to do. I think they were trying to, like, go around. I think they were trying to pass somebody or, like, go around another car or something, and somehow ended up just straight up on the crosswalk. But I'm like, how did you do that without driving over the curb? I don't know how they got there. Yeah, I almost got ran by 2 people not paying attention today. People are not good at driving. I think the other thing, too, is, Ubers in, I don't know if Ubers are the same in other places, but Ubers in Eggy City makes them extremely, and like, I understand why. The decisions they make, are understandable because, like, you know, Uber drivers are, like, incentivized to, like, get people places as quickly as possible because the faster you get them there, the more customers you can take in a day, right? But, I have been in the car while the driver is making what I'm almost certain is probably an illegal U-turn. Every time I, like, see a driver making just an absurd U-turn, I just assume it's an Uber. Like, the U in Uber is for U-turn. This, like, it really is just like that. Good evening. Oh, goodness! I've been yapping for over an hour. Oops. It's Welda Wednesday. It's not Yapping Yensday. Yapping. Sorry, I was yapping about how nobody can drive. Including me. There we go, let me get this started up. Oops. The E in Eggy is for E-turn. What's an E-turn? We need like a turn for every letter of the alphabet. I mean, I guess by that logic, I feel like most turns would be an L turn, right? Hold on, I'm just going to check to make sure I didn't have... No, we're good. Okay. Sorry. Just making sure, I was playing Tomodachi Life earlier, just making sure I saved. Yeah. You wait for me to arrive to start the game. How kind. Nah. I got too caught up with yapping. Any Tomodachi updates? Save data cannot be created because there's not enough free space. Huh? Okay, hold on. What do you mean save data cannot? I mean, I guess I can like... Hold on. So, save data cloud? No. Manage software? Archive software. Let me just, like, archive a couple things. I guess Tomodachi Life probably took up quite a bit of, space. Let me just check. What other games do I have? What can I archive? What's archivable? So this is archived. You can probably archive... What do I think I'm not gonna... Okay, no, this is already archived. This is... Oh, I can probably... Well, I can probably archive this. I don't think I'm gonna touch it in a while. I can probably archive A Hat in Time. Whoops. I can probably archive A Hat in Time. I don't... Shit, that's gotta be enough space, right? I think a lot of these I've also already... Yeah, a lot of these I've also already archived. Okay. Okay. I think that's like one of the first times I've run up against that. Here we go. There we go. It's working now. I was looking for Switch 2 SD cards. The big ones are quite expensive, very painful. Oh yeah, do they use like a different kind of thing? Alright, now we're gaming. Now we're gaming. Now we're gaming. Look at this. See? Gaming. We're gaming. Storage is just expensive. Did another type of computer part jump in price when I wasn't looking? Every computer part, every component needs to take its turn. They're all taking turns being expensive. Zelda? Zelda. They're all taking a turn being expensive, you know? At one point, GPUs were the expensive things. Then it became RAM. AI needs storage for data centers. Okay, so I guess it's the it's SSD's turn to be expensive. Except when their turn is over, they don't drop back down. Yeah. was I looking for? There was something I... Ah, the EGGY diary. That's what I was looking for. I knew it. I knew there was something I was looking for. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. So that I do not spend a lot of time wandering. Here we go. What do we got? Dear EGGY, today we have become child again. We went to the spirit temple out in Gerudo Desert, but in order to get in, we had to become child again. We are now very small, which is rather inconvenient, but at least we can get in. We died to something in the temple, so we're back at the entrance. We might need to get milk or some other healing item, so we might need to warp out and go somewhere else. At least the economy in Hyrule is still good, so we can get stuff at stores, though we might need more money. This week had much nicer weather. It did. It's been much easier to go out and do things compared to the last few weeks. I have lots of things I need to do, so I should really keep my sleep schedule in order, which I've mostly managed to do so far. That's also mostly been true, except for today. Today I woke up a bit late. Tomodachi Life comes out tomorrow. I need to go buy it. I did go buy it. Thank you, Prosteggy. Alright, reminders for you guys. Ark of Jonah would like to remind me to watch out for tricks and traps in the desert temple next time. And remind themselves not to run into the mailbox when backing up the car. Faye would like to be reminded to tell EGGY she's cute for once and to organize big project. Digitizer would like to be reminded to write that job application to teach English in Korea. Have a nice and good week. Okay. Yeah. No, this week I realized, I'm like, did you know it turns out that, like... And, like, I know that this is something that, like, is a thing... Okay, which one was the most recent one? I think it's this one. Yes, it's this one. Yeah, did you know that, if you're unemployed, you can actually fix most of your problems by waking up before 9 a.m.? Learning this the unfortunate way. Oh, right. Okay, so I think I need to warp. I definitely need to warp out of here, I think. So I can come back, right? Yeah, Requiem of Spirit. Okay. Where are we going? That will be easy to get to. I guess we're just going back to the graveyard. It just keeps happening. Left, right, right, A. Left, right. Time for a trip? Yeah. I don't think we can get milk, but I think we can get fairies. I think we have 2 empty bottles here. Oh, right! Well, actually, I don't think we're going to town anyway. Let's see. Oh, wait! Oh, thank God. I got scared for a second. I'm like, can I not? Am I too short to get over this? I wake up at 4 a.m. every day. I still have problems. What do? Okay, maybe that's a limit to how early getting up can benefit you. Because I used to wake up at 5:30 every day for work, and I think that did me more harm than good. But I think if you can, I don't know. I feel like 8:30 is like the ideal time to wake up, right? Like it's early enough that you don't feel like you're like missing out on the day, but it's late enough that you're like, you know, you still got a good rest. How do I get out? Oh, it's this one. Did you ever pan all the cuckoos here? I think I tried and I failed and then instantly gave up. Tell my employer I'll get back to you. Yeah, do you at least end early? Like, I'm assuming if you wake up at 4, then you probably start at like 6 or something. And end at like 2 p.m. or something. No, this is, I don't know. I feel like this might be advice specific to me and me only, because I feel like if I don't have a reason to wake up, then I just don't. Which has been a problem when being unemployed for long periods of time. Because, like, yeah, I can wake up for a job, that's fine. But, like, I find that, like, yeah, when it is too When I have too much time, then I'm just like, why would I need to go to sleep? And then I'm like, why am I sad all the time? Could it be because, lack of sunlight? Probably. You have fairies, yes, okay. There we go. Okay, and, do I have oh, yes, good, I can afford a second one. Awesome! Okay, I know how fairies work. There we go. Oops, okay, hold on. Do I only have one? Okay, I guess we're going rupee hunting. I guess I'm gonna go hunt for rupees here. Let's go mow some lawns. Let's break some boxes. There's gotta be something around here somewhere. Ooh, potion. Hold on. No, this isn't useful for us. Why do I only run into rupees when my wallet is full? And why is it when my wallet is empty, I only run into, my wallet is empty, and I'm only running into, I only run into potions and hearts. And yet, when my wallet is full, then they give me rupees. There should be plenty in the room next to the castle gate. Oh yeah, I should go that direction too. My wallet too fat, my steak too juicy. Well, okay, there's like a solid chunk of the game where rupees, like, they don't really do anything. Because, like, there just isn't that many things to buy, right? Especially when you have milk. I think milk is, like, milk is ruining the economy, I think, is the problem. Oh wait, no, the castle's the other way. Yeah, milk ruins the economy is the problem. Because, like, once you're an adult and you can just get milk for free, then there's no reason to really buy healing items. And most of the other items that you might need, like if you need, like, you know, arrows or something, usually those are, like, pretty easily accessible. See? Why? You're giving me nuts? Nuts? Ugh. How did I get through here again? I forget. It's been a while. I think it was like a hill that you can climb somewhere. Was it up here? I don't think it's here. This is too high. This is like triple his height. Did I climb trees? Was it? I completely forget the way in. Hold on. Oh wait, no, it was this hill over here, I think. Or no, it wasn't. You can roll into trees. Oh, right. I'll have you know I'm terrible at rolling. Unfortunately, you know what that didn't give me? You know what that didn't give me? Currency. Look at this, look at this. No currency. I'm being the hero of time for, like, exposure here. Being paid in nuts. Oh, wait, no, that's fine. Okay. Now I remember. There we go. Was there a guard? Oh, there was a guard over here. Right. You can't go this way. Without great difficulty. Time for Link to find a real job in this economy. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess as a kid, the economy is pretty good for him right now. Okay, let's try to not get thrown out. I know there's a fairy fountain over here, but unfortunately, I don't think that the spirits can give us money. Are these flowers cuttable? Will the guards hate us for... Okay, wait, I don't think we can cut them down. It's like, will the guards hate us if we cut down this fountain? Will they notice if I cut the grass? Oh man, okay. They can turn around. Unfortunate. I have a difficult way and an easy way to acquire currency in Ocarina of Time. I mean, usually I just go by and cut the grass. I just do... Link earns money by mowing the lawn. Guess I'll just go mow the lawn. Is it still nighttime? It might still be nighttime. Is it? Or maybe it's early morning. Oh, they're not gonna let me out of the city. Be like, wow, you're small. Ugh, I'm too small to go outside. Don't forget Sun Song. True. Okay. I'm tiny. Oops. Oops. Because, like, I don't know. How many do I need? I need 47 rupees. This fairy costs 3 rupees, and I have 47... I have... Or, no, it costs 50 rupees, and I have 3 rupees. I need 47 rupees somehow. Okay, is it just me, or does, like, Ocarina have, like, 80% less grass? Like, I seem to remember Majora having, like an overwhelming amount of grass. Was that like a feedback after Ocarina? They were like, great game, amazing, best of all time, needs more grass. Oh, here we go. Oh, red rupee, nice. Okay. Yeah, Majora had a lot of grass. I know, I think I took that for granted. I think you're right. Yeah, it was like, there wasn't enough grass, like a common complaint with this one. I mean, yeah, this field does look a little barren, to be honest. What is that thing there? Should I approach this thing? Is that a palm? Is that a tree? Nope, it's a scary thing that I should not approach. I can't escape fast enough. That's a pea hat. Okay. Oh, wait, no, these guys. I mean, it's risky, but they might give me something, right? Really? Okay, that's not nothing. Rose dropping nothing. I'm getting 1 rupee for my troubles here. Is there like some specific method that you have to employ to beat these in a way that gives you a rupee? Like, is this like a you have to beat it in 1 hit kind of thing? Ooh, 5 rupees, okay. Pennies! I'm being paid in pennies! Or whatever the... whatever the Hyrule equivalent of pennies is. If you're an adult, you go to the Lost Woods and kill Skull Kids, get 100 rupees free. Are they difficult? Are they difficult to beat, though? Ooh! Green rupee, green rupee. See? Oh! What? Oh, I bet that white guy would have given like 1 million billion rupees. I bet I would have been like set for life if I would have been able to like fight fast enough to beat him. Oh, wait, hello. Hello. What's him? Mr. Male. Hold on. Hello, male. Male. Hello? No, I don't want to hit you. Can I speak to you? No, he's busy, I guess. Yeah, I don't remember seeing him in this game yet. What is the deal with these guys? Let's see. Is there a way to beat these big guys? Like, maybe can I get him? Is this a boomerang kind of thing? Or maybe it's a... Ooh! Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, I see. Maybe we're too weak. Oh, it's a typical Zelda, hit them in the weak spot, isn't it? There we go. Really? That's it? I think bow and arrow or hookshot works. Okay. Well, at least now we can safely harvest whatever's in the grass. Yeah, any infinite enemies will spawn a big one if you kill enough that drops a big rupee. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I probably would have made like $1 bajillion. $1 bajillion if I would have been able to get him. Yeah. Right now, I am small Link, though. Okay. Okay, it really is... Okay. Okay, so I'm in the gauntlet, but they keep giving me hearts, so it's fine. It's fine. Maybe I can summon the big one. Maybe I can summon the big one. In the meantime... At this point, I'm just a hunter. I'm doing this for a living at this point. I don't think this is what Princess Zelda intended for me, but... Okay. What's next? I'm locked in. I'm locked into these guys. Oh, wait, no, that was 5 rupees! Can't let that get away. Was there any reward from this one? Yes. Okay, when's the big guy coming? The sun's rising. Maybe I'm not gonna get it tonight. Yeah, the sun's already up. Oh! Hold on. I've been fighting them all night. Shouldn't the big guy? Man. Oh, now I gotta deal with this thing. This nonsense. This nonsense. Well, okay, but we're only 1 rupee away from our goal, so we just have to get, like... Oh, wait, there's grass down here, down these guys. Yeah, there's not always any reward, but I know there's usually some plant that you can cut down. There we go, we did it. We made it to 50. We made it to 50. That's all we needed. There's just a fish that's just chilling here. I don't know how this fish got there. There we go. Let's survive. Oh, goody. We'll even have 1 rupee left over. There we go. Okay. Back to business. Back to... Oh, wait a second. I don't even need to walk there. I don't need to walk there. I can just go to... Which one was it again? Which one is it that warps you just straight to the Spirit Temple? Or not the Spirit Temple, the Temple of Time. Temple of Time. Which one is it that does that again? Prelude of Light, okay. Upright, upright, left. Oh, yes. 51 rupees. We're rich. Yes! We are wealthy! Alright. Let's go shopping. Now that we are in the times when the economy is good. I don't know, maybe the economy actually just does suck when Link is a kid. I don't know, sometimes I feel like this game is like fully the experience of like, you think that things are better when you're a kid because like you're not old enough to be aware of like what the actual problems of the day are. Like, those giant monsters in the field, those weren't there. Those weren't there in the future. Mind you, the future is much worse and has way more problems, but like... They're there. Alright. Let's... make a save state. Before we go back to the Spirit Temple where I actually have to lock in. There are random free money jumps as Kidlick, and you can find them if you just repeat them. What do you mean money jumps? Like, just like random spots where, like, suddenly rupees? You can also catch a fish and sell it to the beggar. The bigger? I was like, the bigger what? The beggar in Castletown in Kakariko as an adult. Ah, okay. Oh, right, yeah, that guy. I keep calling him the bank teller despite the fact that he does not work for the bank in this one. Because that's what he does in Majora's Mask. He goes, give me money, give me money, give me money. Put your money in the bank, put your money in the bank. You have to go to the bank. Man, okay, I still keep thinking about, like, when I did the loop with the cafe quest. It's so weird because, like, in the cafe quest, it ends with, like, you're with the couple in their room as, like, the world is ending, right? Like, the moon is, like, 3 inches above their heads, and you're just there with them, and, like, you can see the clock ticking. But, like, you can't stay with them for the rest of the time, right? Like, you have to actually leave the room. So it's very weird that, like, I don't know, this whole, like, plotline with Cafe, this ends with Link going to the bank. It ends with Link... What am I doing? Hold on, I forgot about... I keep forgetting about songs. Those are quite useful. A down, A down. A down, A... Right down. But yeah, no, that arc ends with Link going to the bank, and I'm like, that's... I don't know. Actually, I remember when I played it, I was like, I refuse to let it end that way. I refuse to let it end that way. It's so ridiculous. I refuse to have, like, this, like, huge, dramatic, emotional story, and it ends with the hero of time going to the bank. So I remember I went back to the room. Does that VOD exist? When I did it? I don't remember if I was streaming at YouTube at the time. How should it have ended? I don't know. I think what I ended up doing is because, like, it felt wrong. It felt wrong to have the story end with, and then Link went to the bank to deposit his rupees before he got looped again. Like, I don't know, it just felt wrong to do so. So I actually, instead of just like playing the Song of Time there, like on the street, I went back to their room and played the Song of Time there. Because I'm like, this feels more appropriate, you know? It feels more appropriate to do so than to just do errands. It's the end of the world and I'm out here doing errands. Third wheeling the couple in the last moment feels odd. No, it wasn't third wheeling. I'm like, no, this is my last gift to you. Because, like, I don't know exactly for, like, the chronology of Majora's Mask, right? Like, I don't know what happens to people, like, does the world get completely reset? Is there time loops? I mean, evidently it must be sort of some kind of time loop nonsense going on. Because, you know, when you... Ah, right, this is where I was struggling. There's gotta be some kind of time loop nonsense happening. Because otherwise the bank wouldn't work. This side or was it this side? Oh, is this... But no, I got through this. Oh, right, I had to keep worrying. Oh, yeah, then it was here. But I got past this. I'm so glad it doesn't make me do the same thing. Oh, right, I think I died to this. I died to this, and then I rage quit and went back. Okay, hold on. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Show yourself, foul beast. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. There's one up there, I think, right? Is this climbable? Oh, thank God, okay. There we go. Is that all of them? Okay, right, no, there's still one over here. In theory, as long as you unlock their mask, the last loop is the best loop since you don't get the best ending unless you get all the masks. Yeah, I think I did, ooh. Spider. I did get their mask. Eggy, drink water. Oh, hello, Hickory. There we go. Thanks, game, for having me fall directly on the spider. I should open this chest. Yay! Did you get the Fierce Deities mask in your game? I think I got all the masks for Majora's. I think, I don't know if I 100%ed the game, but I got all the masks. Including the wedding mask. How do I get rid of you? Maybe I can't. Maybe it's impossible. Okay, so now I can get there easily. Come on, Burnout. Burnout! Okay, guess that's not gonna happen. Burnout! Oh, right, because the key door, I think, was through here. As long as you have the certificate on your person, it goes back in time with you. Specific rupees you deposit in the bank would need to go back in time with you. The bank would need to be none the wiser to why their books wouldn't add up. Yeah. The bank is somehow... Finance is somehow immune to time. Alright. Oh, do I need to... Oh, wait, no. It's a climbing thing. Oh! Okay. this is going to be. I don't care for these spider stealth segments, you know? Dodging the guards is one thing. I'm gonna be really annoyed if I have to waste a fairy on spider stealth. Can I hit them? Oh, good. Okay. So I know the other one. Okay, that's it. I know the other. Why couldn't I hit the other? Oh, maybe I wasn't locked in. Okay, I still hear one, but it's not on this wall, so it's not my problem. It's not my problem. Alright. The sun! Oh, do I need to play? I might need to play a song. First, I'm gonna get rid of all these spiders. I'm gonna be performing. What are you? What? I'm sorry. Who are you? And I don't have a shield. Very cool. Who are you? What? Okay, so it looks like they're not as difficult to beat as the skeletons. Why are there two of them? Okay, let me just look up to make sure there's nothing else that's about to, like, jump out at me. Oh, what's this? Ooh! Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. I'm gaming. Do I have to use them? I don't like bomb shoes. Oh, now you give me the shield. Bomb shoe gaming. I don't like bomb shoes. I don't think well, okay, I feel like bomb shoe bowling taught you well. Look, I think like the touchscreen, like the DS ones are the only places where I feel like bomb shoe works. Do I have to explode this thing? Hold on. Actually, first I'm gonna, before using any resources, I'm gonna see what I can do for free. Right down up. Okay, maybe not. Guess I do need to blow this guy up. Okay. Let's do anything? Nope. This, like, Bro's just eeping. Can't hit him. I've already gotten whatever's up there. I keep hearing spider noises, but I'm not sure from where. Oh, I don't want to do bomb shoes. I don't want to do bomb shoes. I don't want to use bomb shoes. Where did it go? Hold on. This is why I don't like bomb shoes. Don't miss. Okay, hold on. How do I hold on? There we go. Oh, back up and lock on. Okay. Show me the light. There we go. Okay. He's a whack now. He's a whack. What's over here? Nothing we can access. What's over there? Jail. Okay. What do we have? Ah! Maybe this was not the correct route to take. I see. Woman. See pots. I hope woman is not mad at me. I see things to light on fire. I don't know if they're too far. They might be too far away, but it's worth a try. It's not like I have anything else to use the magic on, to be honest. I'm assuming if they didn't want me to light those, then there we go. If they didn't want me to light those, they wouldn't have put this in the center. There we go. There we go. Gaming. I think we got something important. You know, I really thought we were further into this dungeon. I just processed that we don't have a map. We didn't have a map until like 3 seconds ago. I don't know why. I thought we already had it. The chest rose right under. Yeah, yeah. Hold on, can I climb? Can I climb Big Lady? Okay, looks like this is as high as it can go. Man, I was really hoping you could, like, scale the statue. And then, like, stand on her hand or something. Oh, hold on. There's a... Is that a switch I see? What does this do? Okay. See, we need to somehow move a heavy object there. So that might not... That might be a concern for another time. Unless bombs work on it. Is that gonna make me use bomb shoes again? I refuse. Okay, so it looks like bombs don't work for that. Okay, I'm assuming there's gonna be like some giant cube upstairs that is going to be how we get there. Are we stuck down here? Hold on. Oh wait, no, there was a staircase on the other side. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, no, the walls are... Is the wall on the other side climbable? Hold on. Eggy thought she had the map because she doesn't use it anyways. Wow! 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 Oh, wait a second. I can just make this guy really mad. Or wait, no, I don't have to. There we go. He just stays still if I don't make him mad. There we go. Almost the hole doesn't. Hello, Remy. I think that was the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. No, it was the one upstairs, I think. There we go. Okay. I'm gaming. Why'd you shove a guard off a cliff? He's heavy. Don't you know the, what's it called? Like, the thing in the trolley problem? You know how sometimes the trolley problem is like, oh yeah, do you, like, save the one or the many? But, like, there's also that part of the question sometimes they ask where they're like, okay, there's a very fat man. If you push him onto the tracks, then there might be a chance that you'll be able to stop the train. Do you do it? That's him. It's the very large man from the trolley problem. Okay. Can I jump? I cannot jump. I have to get up here through some other means. How many Din's fires do I have in me? Whoa, okay. Here we go. The decent sociopath test. The answer the same as the lever instead of hesitating like the average person. Yeah, I like the people that say I would blow literally with a bazooka. That's like such a... See, I think it's an answer you get if you ask this to like a group of children. They'd be like, I would explode the train so it doesn't hit anybody. And then completely ignore the part of the problem where it's like, well, what if there's somebody on the train and they don't have an answer for that? Oh, hold on. Oh. I feel like there's like 3 different puzzles going on right now. I'm a little confused. Kids think so outside the box. I don't know. I think I had to write about it when I was in school at one point. I think my answer was to me, I'm like, okay. So it's one thing that you have the opportunity to save one, but the real question is, why am I like why am I in a position? Basically, my question is with the trolley problem. I think maybe I'm either too out of the box or not out of the box enough when I think of an answer here. Because my question is like, why am I the one tasked with this responsibility when I am like not a railway employee? I have no like... Because it'd be one thing if you're like a railway employee or something, right? But sometimes it's like, okay, I'm a random bystander. Why am I the one being tasked with having to save everybody here, right? Like, what terrible things have befallen this company? Like, what safety standards are being ignored that has made it necessary for a random person on the platform to be tasked with, you know, to be tasked with this, right? Nearest person to the lever, no employee around. But that's the thing, is that to me, I'm like, okay. Whoops. My logic was like, okay. If you don't pull the lever, then I guess it maybe to me it's more of like a question of like responsibility. Of like, because if you don't pull the lever, then it's not really your responsibility, right? But if you pull the lever, then you become responsible for the death of that one person. Right? That's my logic. That's my logic. Well, Your Honor, nobody said it was my job to pull the lever. Well, yeah, but like, I don't know. Is this the kind of thing that they could call Good Samaritan on? Right? Like, you know, what is Good Samaritan? What's the name of that law where like if you try to perform first aid on somebody and you're qualified but you mess up and it hurts them, then like they can't press charges or something? What was it, that one? I know there's some places have laws like that. Okay, now I gotta be careful. Hold on. Oops. Ah! Okay, hold on. I'm full, it's full of hazards here. We're insanely, are you kidding me? Am I wasting a fairy on a puzzle room? And I'm gonna instantly get hit with that laser. Okay. Very cool, very cool. I just have to get it over here. Are you kidding me? To be fair, the puzzle wants your dice. It's a dangerous puzzle. I'm probably gonna get hit from the other side too. Yeah, Visa sent episode on his YouTube show, Minefield. He was supposed to come in, I think, for an interview, showed the control by chance, and the guy controlling it stepped up for a phone call with the interviewee, saw the people in the train and the security monitors. Ah, okay, yeah. Well, because I also think, though, that, like, trying to do the experiment in real life, I also think does not yield the results, right? Because, like, in this hypothetical scenario, right, people, you have the time to think, right? Whereas, like, I feel like when you have stuff like this that happens in real life, right, usually it's more of a case where, like, people are kind of just acting on impulse, right? Oh, wait. Right, there's an extra puzzle and you have to get the key. Spikes to skewer, lasers to cook. Yeah, like... At least we know whatever's in there must be super important. Okay, so we have... We have a stick? Oh, okay, we got plenty of sticks. We got plenty of sticks. Okay. Oh, girl, she's so freaking egg. I am egg. I am egg. Yeah, and they did a psych profile on the people before calling them in so they could minimize trauma. Can't have the anxious doing this. But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, usually in real life, people are acting on impulse, right? Like... I think that's kind of a limitation of real life, right? Is that you don't get to just, like, pause and... Ah! Hold on. Are you kidding me? Okay. You don't get to, like, pause and think about this kind of stuff, right? Where's the third one? You know, at least if I am getting shot with lasers, can I at least that can... Oh, are you kidding me? Is this a boomerang thing? Where is the third one? I should probably figure out where the other one is before attempting my rounds. Is there only 2 of them? Is that it? It's just the 2 of them? And a bajillion obstacles between them? Maybe it is just the 2 of them. I feel like that's the issue. People don't choose from in the experimental settings. But I remember the literature on the topic, which was a while ago, most people froze rather than making any snap judgment. Yeah. Which I guess puts you in category 1 of I wouldn't pull the lever, but like not through like a moral decision of your own, but through like sheer inaction. Eggy still never figure out how to feed the beamos. I know you can shoot them with arrows, but it takes like a really solid aim. Is there like another secret method here? Does it work with does it still work with the little Deku Nuts slingshot? But yeah, I feel like the funny thing, too, though, is that when it comes to the large man question, basically everybody answers no, because, like, that's just, like, plainly ridiculous. Like, you're just gambling at that point, right? Like, the first one is a moral conundrum. The second one is, like, no, what? No. Because, like, okay, at least the first 2, it's like, okay, somebody will die, but at least somebody will be left alive. But the large man one is like, okay, well, somebody, at least one person is guaranteed to die directly due to your actions. Oh, bomb skill the beam. Oh, really? Like, permanently? Do I have to use the bomb shoes? No, I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I'm going on bomb shoe strike. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize it explodes them completely. Wow, okay. I don't suppose we could get rid of these guys, can we? Because these guys feel like the real obstacle. Okay. Stick. Since they, in order specifically to inconvenience us, they have made this... Oh my god! Okay, they have made these too far away to do Din's Fire on. Okay, well, no! Please, are you kidding me? Wait, is there a third one? Hold on. Hold on, let me explode these guys. Explode these guys. There we go. And explode the guy back here too. There we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Was there another one that was like up here somewhere? So yeah, there's 1, 2. Oh, 3. Nah. I'm trying to think, like, what's the best order to do this in? Oh, you know what? Actually, okay, hold on. If we do 1, 2, 3, but that one, oh, but that one's further away. I'm just thinking because like this little guy here seems to be where I keep tripping up. So I'm like, maybe trying to get that one last might be. Well, no, hold on. You know what? I'll give it a try. Hold on. Wait, that's the wrong thing. I don't suppose that it would be optimal to Din's fire at least one of them, right? I don't know how long the Deku stick stays lit. Okay, 1, 2. Come on, move. No! Come on. 3. This isn't doing anything. Do I just keep going in a circle until we get all of them? Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew. I'm assuming that's the key up there. There we go. Okay. Remember the self-driving car university quizzes where they had things like, the car would hit cat or grandma. Who do you want? Ah, yeah. Personally, you know, I would go off on a tangent about self-driving cars, but this guy looks too important. This guy looks a little too important. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh, do I not have my shield equipped? Maybe that's why I couldn't use it before. That's why I couldn't use it before. Okay, this guy's pretty slow, though. Is the thing. Like, this guy looks like he... Okay, he hits hard, but he's insanely slow. You know. If you get him from the right angle. Whoops. Oop, okay. I did not get him from the right angle. But I have a fairy. And I have... Okay, it looks like this guy's too strong. I don't know why I think... There we go. What? I didn't make a save state. Where's my last save state? I didn't make a save state. Use the other fairy in the puzzle room. Man! Okay, if I do it again, do you think it's gonna make me do the puzzle room again? Cause like, I mean, we can go back to town. I mean, we probably got. It won't. Where's it gonna take me? Okay. Well, okay, but we have more rupees. So we don't have to do as much hunting. It looks like we might just have to, like, go back to town. We'll have to go back to town. It's fine. Yeah, it won't. Yeah, okay, so I'd be able to just like cut through most things and get to the guard. Because I'm thinking maybe I will go back to town. I'll go back to town. And... yeah, I'll go back to town, buy more fairies, come back, try it again. Here we go. Up, right, left, up. Yeah, his strikes take a lot of hearts. Yeah, I guess... because, like, they're way too hard for your shield to block it, right? So I'm thinking, yeah, I might just have to, like... but first we need to farm a little bit, because, I think I only have enough to afford one fairy right now. Because, yeah, you can't really dodge it, right? You can't dodge it, because it's... or you can't shield it. You can dodge it, but you can't shield it, because it's, like, ginormous. Like, it's me. We're the coughing baby. Oops. There's a fairy fountain in the graveyard, too, with free fairies. Oh, true! I think there's an... is there another... there's another fairy fountain in... around these parts. Somewhere around these parts. Also, hello, real Johnny Quid. Hello, Jonathan. Yeah, it's like over here, I think. There we go. Or do these work? I think these might work differently. Oh, it's a great fairy fountain. It doesn't have small fairies. Oh, I need a small fairy fountain. It's fine. I'll... you said by the Forest Temple warp? No, hold on. The Forest Temple was... Forest Temple A... up, left, right, okay. I join and first thing I hear is you making strange noises. Hello, Faye. Now I'm making normal noises. Is that fine with you? First fairy fountain is on Death Mountain, next is behind Boulder, then behind Jabu Jabu, then inside Crater, then in near Spirit Temple, then next to Castle again. Okay. Just go outside the Temple of Time and honk the horn at Gossip Stones. The horn? Oh. Toot! Oh, right. Okay. No, I remember what you're talking about now. This might have been the horse song. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Oh, it worked? Oh, right, you just gotta play literally anything. Where's my bottles? There we go. Wee fairy! Yippee! Okay. 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 I guess we can... or where should we go now? Oh, right. I guess I can go back to... emble of time. No, because I remember you're right that there's like 4 stones outside here. I'm assuming that they each give something different, right? Eggy, do you have a favorite iced cream? Yes, mint chocolate. Mint chocolate. In a Canadian moment, my favorite mint chocolate is actually specifically the one from Laura Secord, which is a Canadian. Ooh, awesome. Okay. And there's another one flying around. Yeah, hold on, I'll just heal this one. There we go. Is a French Canadian moment? No, Laura Secord. It's not from Quebec. I don't remember where it's from. I'm pretty sure it's an Ontario thing. But yeah. W mint chocolate goated ice cream. I know. But no, I like the Laura Secord one because it has like a more distinct mint flavor to it. Because like other mint chocolates, you know, sometimes mint chocolate is just like sugary. It's just like, what if it was just green sugar? Like there's not really much mint to it. The only reason you realize it's mint is because the sign said so. Yeah, mint chocolate is the best. It's not even particularly close. I know, and mint chocolate. I think mint is just like especially suited to being ice cream. You know. Okay. Songs. That's what I need to know. Okay. A down A, right down A. Hey, you love a certain maid? Does she also like mint chocolate? No, I think the only thing... Okay, when I was in Japan, though, one issue I ran into... So you know how here in North America, like, if you have ice cream, and that ice cream is green, sometimes it might be pistachio, but, like, more than likely, it's probably mint chocolate, right? Or if you see any other kind of candy that's, like if you have something that's chocolate and green, you're like, okay, it's probably mint, right? But the thing is, in Japan, because so many things are already matcha flavored, right? And matcha is usually the green one, right? So they can't make mint the same color because that would be confusing. So in Japan, mint flavored stuff is blue. So, hello, Egg. Egg, you too caught up in ice cream talk, you even say hello back. I'm sorry. But can you blame me? Can you really blame me? Choco mint yummy. Yes, I can. Wow! Wow! Been here for years. Can't even get a hello. She only talks about ice cream. Isn't mint the plain white pale green? Well, yeah, usually mint itself is green, but it's more for, like, ice cream specifically. Because, again, the matcha is an extremely common flavor of ice cream, but also other desserts in Japan. So usually they make the matcha stuff green just to avoid confusion, and then they make the mint stuff blue. I guess also, too, because, like, I guess whatever mint flavoring that they use for ice cream and other sweets, it doesn't really have much of a color to it, right? So I guess matcha is green because it kind of has to be green. You can't really put matcha in something and not have it turn green. But like mint, you can add mint flavor to stuff and it will taste minty, but also not be any particular color. Okay, the spiders are here again. Oh, I hope they don't make me beat those giant lizard guys again. I'm gonna be quite cross. There we go. Yeah, it's blue because blueberries are fairly new to Japan. They didn't start growing them until the 50s because political discussion not found. So it's not exactly a popular flavor. Well, okay, the other thing too is that the blue that they use for mint is also like, oh, do I have to bomb shoe again? Really? No, 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 no! I'm starting over, 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 I'm starting over. I can't live like this. But yeah, no, usually the blue that they use for mint chocolate, it's more of like a teal. It's more of like a greenish blue. It's not remotely the same to what blueberries would be. Because like, blueberries are really more purple when you think about it. So close to an F-bomb. Look at me showing great restraint. This is a nice and good Eggy stream. Do not come here for vulgarity. Come here for 7 streams in a row, like Jake has done here. With little to no swearing. I mean, I guess I can't promise no swearing, but like, I don't know. I don't know what the numbers stack up, but I feel like I probably swear a little less than the average VTuber. But I'm not quite sure what the numbers are on that. These guys again? I mean, at least it looks like my shield works this time. Are they just like lizard Gerudos? Like, they kind of low-key move like a Gerudo. Like they're employing the same fighting technique. Okay, hold on. Can I lock in? How did I get this last time? There we go. Well, 9 out of 10 blue-colored desserts in North America are blue raspberry, essentially dog food. Well, wasn't like blue raspberry, if I remember correctly, was invented because when they were kind of like in the early days of candy making. Do I really have to do this again? Wait, how do I get there if the guy isn't? Oh. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was like in the early days of candy making, when they were figuring out like what are the best flavors. They did blue raspberry because, like, obviously raspberry, I guess, was popular enough to have as a flavor, but the problem was that raspberries are kind of the same color as strawberries, which was also a common flavor. Yeah, too many fruits are red. I guess cherries fall under that too. Yeah, too many fruits are red, so they had to, like, turn one of them blue, and so they were like, blue raspberries. I don't know, as a kid, I just assumed blue raspberry was blackberry. And then I would get confused when it didn't taste like blackberry, or like, I would try blackberries and I'm like, this doesn't taste anything like that. Alright. Okay. Hold on. I mean, I guess we only need to do one of the puzzles, but... This is... I know I said I wouldn't swear. But... may I say... that this is glorp shit. Thank you. Everybody knew exactly what swear I was about to employ there. Yeah, I'm glad you agree that this is glorp shit. This is glorp shit. It's glorp shit. I mean, I know I can do it faster this time. Whoops. Better not friendly fire, but I think that was all of them, right? Yeah, I think that there was only 3 of them. Still can't take care of these spiky guys, though. Man. It's basically not a swear in the stream. Well, I mean, the focus is on the glorp, right? It's the glorp. Also, good evening, Taishi. It's about the glorp. I don't know, sometimes you just get things that you can only really describe... Oops. It can only be described as glorp shit, you know? Sometimes... Other words exist, but... Are you kidding me? Other words exist, but they just don't hit the same as glorp shit, you know? There we go, okay. Oops. Wait, did that not... do I have to do both? Man. This really is glorp shit. Huh. Huh. Yeah, I'm sorry, TTS isn't on. Whoops. Okay, hold on. I like naming conventions of fruit because there's like strawberry originates from Old English word strawberridge, likely referring to the plant's habit of spreading or strewing. Oh, okay. Runners across the ground, or from the use of straw to mulch the berries. And then there's like, this is a berry and it is black. Blackberry. This is orange. We'll call it orange. Wait, so the color existed before the fruit? I always wonder that. I'm like, did they name? Is it orange because oranges are orange, or are oranges oranges because they're orange? Yeah, I feel like straw mulch is more likely because in German they're literally called earth berries. Yeah, in French they're called fraises, which doesn't sound... it doesn't mean anything other than strawberries. I'm not sure where they got the word from, but fraise. F-R-A-I-S-E. Fraise. There we go, okay. Okay, no longer suffering. Okay, I'm gonna make a save state because I just refuse to do this part again. I refuse! I refuse. That would be glorp shit. I was out of relation to Fleisch, like fresh berry? Maybe? Yeah, I guess that could make sense. Someone orders a milkshake, you can ask if they want fries with that. Can I have the fries? Yeah, you know, I mean, that's what you order in a restaurant, right? French fries. The word orange originated from Sanskrit word for tree, naranga, which eventually referred to the fruit. Huh. Interesting. Ah yeah, Quebec and France actually agree on that one. Yeah, fries. I mean, why... I'm trying to think if there's, like, many, I feel like for food words, Quebec and France mostly agree, with a few exceptions. I know apparently I was told, by a native French speaker that apparently there is a hotly debated debate about, is it a chocolatine or is it pain au chocolat? So both of those essentially, it's a chocolate croissant, right? Are you kidding me? He can get me from that far away? A pain au chocolat is, again, you've probably heard pain au chocolat, but it's like a croissant with chocolate on it, right? So okay, I'm doing much better this time. Despite the hit I just took, I'm still doing much better. I was in Montreal, the locals didn't even agree on the signs sometimes. Yeah, like I said, it's like hotly contested, apparently. Okay, you knocked down another one. Let's grab our hearts. Let's grab our hearts and run. Oops. Okay. Literally bread with chocolat. Chocolatine sounds like a name they came up for it after. I mean, yeah, pain au chocolat is literally, yeah, just bread with chocolate. Don't worry, I have a fairy. But yeah, personally I like chocolatine because it sounds cuter. Like, pain au chocolat just sounds like the most, like, default name. Oh, there we go. Whew, only took one fairy. Yeah, like, pain au chocolat, again, it's just like, it doesn't sound as cute, right? Hey, what's up, Eggy? Surprised to see me? Yes, actually. A long time in this world is almost nothing to you, is it? How mysterious! Even I thought that the tales of a boy who could travel back and forth through time was merely a legend. Eggy, you have fully matured as an adult. From now on, the future of all the people in Hyrule is on your shoulders. No pressure. Maybe it's not my time anymore. Here's my last advice. 2 witches inhabit this temple. In order to destroy them, turn their own magic power against them. Hoot hoot! Do you want to hear what I said again? No, I'm not making this mistake that every single person seems to make. I will continue to watch you. Hoot hoot! Hoot hoot! Hoot 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 hoot! Okay, so I have to, I'm assuming what it's asking me to do is I need to use my shield. It's like reflect their own magic back at them. Let me make a save state so I don't have to do that again. Designed to catch the people mashing through and not reading. I know! Did you get the chest out there? Oh, wait, there was... Hold on. Here we go. Is this the compass? It's probably the compass. Well, ooh, gauntlets. If you wore them, you would feel power in your arms. The power to lift big things with A. Wow, the power to lift big things with the A button. Okay. Well, I'm getting sandstormed out. Hey, where are you taking me? Yeah, let me go! I'm assuming this is Naburo, since there's nobody else here. You fiends! Ganondorf's minions! Eggy, get out of here, now! I have your gauntlets. Do you still want them? Do you want them? These witches, they're using black magic on me. They're very circular about it. Alright, we're sandstorm. Uh-oh. We have no choice but to jump down. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, I guess we're jumping down regardless. I mean, I don't suppose that we can do anything in the temple. Well, maybe we can. Yeah, you did get the chest out there. I mean, you know, actually, now that I think of it, there's a second half to the temple here. Ah! Understanding. Hold on. Gears of Eggy brain are moving. Hold on. Understand. Oh my god, I never went live on YouTube! Do you think it's worth it now? You think it's worth it now? Hello. You know, that's why I'm here. You know, maybe I should have had the thought when I saw you here instead of on YouTube. It's not the first time. It's not the first time. It might not be the last. Okay, I mean, if you haven't streamed on YouTube before, like if you streamed on YouTube before, you might know. So on Twitch, right? Because my on Twitch, you hit go live in like OBS or whatever, like broadcasting program that you're using. You just, if it's connected to your account or if you have the stream key, you just hit start streaming and it starts streaming, right? Twitch doesn't have any additional steps. YouTube has this step, I guess because of the way that it works where you can like add, basically, like you can schedule a stream, right? So basically, in order to make sure that you're like streaming in the right scheduled stream, you have to press, there's like an additional step where you have to press go live. Yeah, the manage broadcast step. It's annoying. Because like it knows, it's like, okay, we have the information coming in from OBS. It's okay. You know what? Worst case, I'll just keep going on Twitch. I'll download the VOD after, and I'll upload it to YouTube right after. So nobody's missing anything. This is the second time it's happened. Even if people... This is okay. Anyway, I need to play. I need to go back to the temple time. Is my point. That's the gears that were turning before they turned in the wrong direction, and I was like, oh no. I understood, but I forgot. I'm sorry, YouTube. I will have the VOD up afterwards. Faye, what are you on about? Is this song lyrics? What are you on about this time? Okay, hold on. Oh wait, no, I forgot what I was here for. Just grab my sword and grow up for a moment. Cause yeah, we're like, what, 2 hours and 40 minutes in? I'm like, oh no, oh no. No. Okay, and now we go back. Because we can do big punching. Man, why do we have... Why do we have the gauntlets and the hammer when they seem to kind of accomplish the same task? Actually, first let's go outside and get another fairy. Hold on. Hold on, I'm getting free fairy. Pull out my empty bottle. Well, the gauntlets actually let you pick up and throw silver boulders. Okay, okay. Because I thought it was just like a punching thing. I didn't realize we were like picking them up. Alright. Now we go. There we go. Fairy. We have fairy. We have fairy. Alright. First of all, let me switch out my weapon so I don't accidentally launch a fairy when I should not. There we go. Woo! Okay, safe. Alright, alright, alright. Now I am strong, and I can go... I can push big boulder like this. I fail to see how having little things of metal in my arms is helping me. But... imagine if that's like the only puzzle these things get used for. Oops. Like, they just never get used again. Well, oh! Do I have a key? I don't have a key. Does this thing have the key? Do I need to explode it? I'll explode it if I have to. Or is this one too big? Or can you not explode the big ones? That was too far. Hold on. Can't go through this one. Can't go through that one. So I know you can, like, disable them, I think. But I don't think you can get rid of them completely. Oh, wait, no, maybe you can. Awesome. That didn't help, but... that didn't do anything. Do I have to get the keys from these guys? Is that the secret here? Do they have the key? Nope, nothing. And I think I'm too big to get through here. Hold on. Don't have a key. Both of these doors are uncrossable. Is this another, like, gamers never look up problem? Oh my god. Smile. Wow! Wow! Okay. Oh, it's these guys! I don't care for these guys. These guys are really annoying and I don't like them. I did not like them in Majora's Mask and I don't like them here. There we go. Smile. What are you smiling about? You laughing at me? At my mockery? At my mockery. It's your mockery. I'm the one being mocked. It's your mockery. There we go. Okay, and how do we go back? Oh, wait, okay. I was like, oh, why can't we go in here? Is it quicksand? It was quicksand. And... okay, we're still keyless, but so I'm assuming the key is in here somehow. Oh, goodness. Hey, can anyone help me out? I'm stuck in the perpetual rolling boulder room. Can I grab these? Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. Okay, hold on. Ah, hello? Hello, corpse. Hello, corpse. I'm in the rolling boulder room. Does anyone want to go the big rocks room? Ah, hello. Hello. How was your stream? What were you doing? Welcome. I am nice Eggy. I am nice and I am an Eggy. And right now I am Zelda-ing to varying degrees of success. Right now I'm trying to not get hit by giant rocks in the giant rocks room. Yeah, it looks like that's not possible. How do I get these guys in the middle? Do I have to like do some maneuver where I like have to like stand on top of the giant rock and then like jump off the giant rock? Like, do the giant rocks do something, or are they just there to inconvenience me? Like so. Oh, nice, Eggy. I saw you were in the Spirit Temple and had to come watch. Yeah, I'm about halfway through. So we just cleared the part. Why do I say we? Why do streamers say we? This is clearly me. I'm the one playing this video game. But yes. I just got past the child half of this, and I'm now in the adult half of it. Our achievements. I mean, I guess if I get backseated enough, it can count, right? Yes. We're in it together. Wow. Our achievements. Okay, well, I didn't do anything, and I'm about to get hit by a rock again. How do we solve these guys again? Oh, wait, no, you gotta pull them out of the wall. Hold on. Maybe that's not possible in my current state. Hold on. Oh, is this gonna be some nonsense maneuver? Eggy has 4 eggplants and a trench coat. Oh, wait, no, maybe I just need to, like, jump. Like, maybe if I just jump really far? Because it's, like, a little too far off the ground to jump from there. Do I just have to make, like, a really long jump? We're in a, like, long jump competition here. Oh, wait, no, is it nonsense maneuvers? I'm gonna be quite cross if I have to jump on this rock. If I have to somehow time this. There's gotta be an easier way. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? Hold on. There's spiders here? Wait, how did I do that? I go about this safely? Oh. What? And can I jump on top of... Why does he take damage every time he touches the rock? Why does he take damage every time he touches the rock? Like, it stops it, but he takes damage. This dungeon has all of Eggy's weaknesses. Oh, is this another case of look up? Oh no, there's nothing up. There's nothing up there. You can't get me for that one. You can't jump on the rocks, Egg. They'll kill you. I don't know. Why are these rocks? Are they like sharp? Are they poisonous? He like touches one even when it's not moving. Like when it's moving, I understand, but like he touches one when it's not moving, and it's like, okay. They're just big. He can't handle anything that's like bigger than like, I don't know. Like a block, like a big crate. He keeps forgetting about the boots. It wasn't a looking up moment. You're right, there are different genres of moments. This was a boots moment. I couldn't even boots correctly, hold on. Okay, that was an error of execution. That was poor execution. Here we go. Boots moment. You really need gamer senses. I don't know, would you like to go back in time and give me like a GameCube as a kid? So I can get started on it earlier? There's kind of a limit. There's a limit. No, don't eat my shield. Don't eat my shield. Don't eat my shield. Ugh. Don't eat my clothes. Are they gonna take my second tunic? Is Link now just gonna be like fighting naked? Okay, hold on. Oops. Why do I keep hitting the wrong thing? Here we go. There we go. Yay, I got my clothes back. Okay. I mean... Like, can I put my tunic, my jean tunic back on? I don't know. Like, the Zora tunic looks like it's made of denim. I need you all to agree with me on this. Do you guys not think that this looks like he's wearing, like, a jean tunic? Ah, raid. Ah. Well, this is gonna be another stream. But it's flowy. Is it, though? What if those are... I mean, maybe the top half. Wish I knew what's a gin tonic. It's an alcoholic beverage. Very fresh and unfaded denim. Denim Link. Yeah, he's denim. He's wearing jeans. There we go. Okay. Denim Link. Actually, now that I think of it, I need new jeans. I'm like, why don't I wear jeans anymore? And then I remember, like, the only pair of jeans that I have that fits has, like, massive holes in it. And they're, like, in a place that you can't really fix. I'm mad. I am mad. To be fair, it was kind of my fault for, like, buying a pair of jeans and then gaining, like, 10 pounds. That was kind of on me. But, please don't let there be spiders up here. But yeah, it is one of those things where I'm like... Okay, what do we got? rotation. I feel like this guy's gonna tell me something. Okay, what do we got? Okay, looks like I can't talk to these guys. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, there's an invisible guy in here. Hold on. So invisible. That's gotta be illegal. Am I gonna waste a fairy on this thing? Is he invincible? Oh, there's another one here. Whoops. Gonna run out. Only when he turns green. He's green for an amazing reason. Okay, it's fine. We only got like one more to go. Here we go. Wonder why he was green. Is he only green when he's like in the sun? Actually, speaking of the sun, is there like another sun in the corner? It feels weird to have this be empty. Well, let's rotate this guy, I think. I'm assuming that's what we're supposed to do. Or oh, from this side. Here we go. Get rotated. I'm assuming there's no order to this rotation because it would not make sense. Well, yeah, actually, no, it would not make sense to do so. Or maybe I was supposed to go counterclockwise. Okay, I guess I'll go counterclockwise. Or maybe the puzzle will reset. Maybe the puzzle will reset if I... There we go. In my defense, how was I supposed to get there without doing that, you know? Okay, now we got the other hand. We got the other hand. Oh, and we should be able to get here faster. If we can... I don't think... okay. Well, I guess we can't hookshot. Okay. No! Don't get mad! That's not what I wanted you to do! There we go. Backtracking time. Well, I know there was something in the middle here. But I'm not sure where the button for it is. Because the one over here opens the one upstairs. Yeah, that's the one upstairs. So I still gotta figure out what opens... Or maybe that's not the one I need to open. Hold on, let me go back. Can I go back? How do I go back? Uh-oh. I jumped down here without thinking. Puzzle is breaking my brain. Well, I mean, I won't go that far. I won't go that far. That's a little dramatic. Wait, what's the point of being able to shoot all the way up there? Oh, this big thing in the middle. Between the breasts, the bosom. What about over here? Is there anything over there? I think it might just be a spider. Hold on. I just remembered I'm in a very uncomfortable chair. Okay. Okay, so I guess we gotta do this part again and push this guy down again. Eggy chair struggles. I know! Chair. Wait a second, I went the wrong way! Oh. I refuse. Where's my last save state? Was it before I went in? Or no, okay, it was in here? Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. I can live with this. It's fine. We know how to do... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. Yeah, we just have to go through the other door. I don't think there's any puzzles that we have. Well, I mean, I guess we gotta redo the boulders puzzle, but, like, at least I know the answer. See? Yeah, here we go. We got the boulders puzzles, but at the very least... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, that was at the end of the boulders puzzles. Oh, right. Okay, I remember. Do not eat my shield. Do not. I don't have time for this right now. Oh, I forgot to put my denim tunic back on. Whoops. I do not have the time. Okay, let's try going the other way. Oh, right, I forgot about this. Okay, so there is one part we have to redo. Forgot about that. Shield gone? No, it's not. No, it's right here. I need to equip it again, but it's right here. Maybe I'll put my blue nick. It's the blue nick. I'll put the blue nick on in the meantime. Oh, right, what did I come for? Oh. Lens. Oh, if anything, we'll be more successful this time, I think. Since I think the sunlight made the other guy more invincible. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's move this counterclockwise this time. And avoid the mistakes of the past. Despite the fact that he looks like he's having a much tougher time with it. Here we go. This one. And let's leave before anything else bad happens to us. Okay. Let's not do that again. Ugh. 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 Let's not do that again. Let's figure out what's going on from up here. Because it looks like that's the only way to get there from here. There's no key. Ooh ah, ooh eh, ooh eh. I'm stretching. My chair is uncomfortable. Get your own uncomfortable chair. Okay, I don't think I can make it over there. And I lack keys. Do I have to push this guy down, maybe? Nope, this guy just gets mad at you. Maybe he has the key, though. Okay. Well, he didn't have that. So I'll note that down. Why would I want... I don't know. Empathy? Okay, looking up. This does... I don't think this is helping. Are there any more walls to, like, climbable walls that I might have missed? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, cool. I'm thinking maybe there was a purpose to that that I'm not aware of. Oh, wait a second. Oh, so there was a way to get here from the ground. Oh, okay. I don't suppose I can climb this as an adult, is there? No, I guess not. I'm keyless. I got nothing, I'm just keyless. Can I jump to the... Oh, wait, hold on. I don't suppose that this is a Boots moment. Is this a Boots moment? It's gonna be a Boots moment, isn't it? I'm gonna be so mad if this is a Boots moment. Okay, looks like it might not be a Boots moment, but also maybe that was like user error. Hold on. I'll give it one more try. There's still a possibility it could be a Boots moment. Maybe with a roll start? Does that get you like further? Do I roll at the edge or at the beginning? Skill issue moment? Okay, hold on. At the edge, okay. Oh! Boots moment. Boots moment! Ugh! Boots! You know, as a Canadian who is in the winter for like half the year, I should really... Oh, is this really hammer moment? At this hour? At this hour of the temple? Hammer moment? Really? They got nothing else? Hammer moment? Okay, hold on. So we got these on. Okay. As a French Canadian. I'm not even that French Canadian. I'm only partly French Canadian. But yeah, someone who's supposed to be in winter boots for like half the year, I sure am struggling with boots. Okay. another switch. Hammers again. Okay. Whoops. Wait, did this take me back? Oh, this took me back into the entrance. Oh, was I not supposed to? Oh. Oh, okay, hold on. This is the elevator. I see. I have discovered the elevator. But I'm not really sure where to go from here because it didn't give me a key. Yeah, I got a shortcut, but I don't have a key. Which is the thing I need for this room. Oh wait, there's a where's the treasure chest? Or is it just the one I've already opened? Or is there another one? Oh wait, no. Is this? Oh. Is this lens moment? Is it? Maybe it's like inside the statue? Oh wait, no, it would be on one of the hands, right? Oh, must be on one of the hands. Hold on. There's probably a way to get up there, right? Probably. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Do we just have Boots moment? I think I'm having Boots moment too. I'm having Boots moment too. Hold on. Boots? No. Boots 2. The sequel. There we go. And while we're at it, we can this spider. Yippee! How many of those do I have at this point anyway? 26. Wow. Okay, let's go back to our boots. There we go. And I'm assuming from here we can jump down to that hand. Wait, did the chest move? I could have sworn it was on this side of the room. Did it move? Did it move? I'm right on top of it. Oh, I think... Oh, I see. Oh, I see something over there. Hold on. I think I know what I need to do. I know what must be done. Hold on. I understand that this is the wrong side of the room to climb onto. Hold on. I understand that I need to go back down. Hold on. No, I understand. I am gaming. I am gaming. I am putting on my boots like a gamer. I am running up and rolling at the edge to get more speed like a gamer. I am removing my boots for more traction like a gamer. And I am jumping down to this hand, and I am playing this song. Aha! See? Gaming. Speed. There it is, there it is. That must be the key. That must be the key. wonder if I can get it from here. Oh, that's way too far. Okay. Back up to the other side. It's fine. We'll have to boots again, but that's what gaming requires. Sometimes you have to put on boots. And sometimes they're annoying to put on. I don't know, my boots, like, I feel like my winter boots, I barely even wear them in the winter unless it's, like, really, really, really cold. Because, like, they have, like, the laces are basically unusable. There's so much salt, like, road salt caked onto the laces that, like, I mean, I think I just need new laces. Because, like, they can't stay tied. They're basically, like, salted... They're, like, salted straight, if that makes sense. There we go. This is our key. This is our way out of here. This is our way out of here. I'd only use boots if I'm shoveling really heavy snow. Yeah, pretty much. For me, unless it's like deep snow, usually I try not to use my winter boots. Because, like, I don't know. For me, it's like, it hits a point. Like, I feel like when it comes to cold weather, like, whoops, wrong room. We are not going in here. It kind of hits a point. Oh, Gothic Lolita boots? I actually don't have any Lolita boots. What boots? I think the only boots I have right now are winter boots. I used to have a pair of Doc Martens, when I was in high school, but I no longer have them because that was many years ago. Hello. Okay, so you're too fast for this. Okay. What about this? There we go. No! Don't catch on fire. Okay, hold on. We just need to lock in. Or lock on. There we go. Easy. And cool, there's another locked door. Love that. Oh, are you kidding me? Do they just respawn? There we go. That should be... Are you kidding me? Can't even get that last rupee. Very cool, thanks. Okay. That should be the last of them, I think. But yeah, no, I've never actually bought any Lolita boots. Oh? Oh. Wait, what was that for? Do I need to go explode that guy? Maybe I need to go explode that guy. Or maybe it's time to try. I don't like it, but I might have to try. I'd have to try. There we go. Okay, the lights are flickering. The lights just flickered in my room. So if the stream stops, then I should probably save. If the stream stops, then I guess we know why. They're not predicting. Is it just a light bulb above me? Okay, maybe it's not a power outage issue. It's handheldable, yeah, but my computer isn't. Okay, hold on. Ow. Oof, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry! Oh my god! Okay, I'm putting away my sword. Chill. Hold on. Okay, you're attacking me anyway, that's fine, I guess. PC skill issue. How dare you have a computer other than a laptop? Yeah, you seem... Oh. Hold on. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, hello! Oh, hello, Bloom. Hello, Bloom. Hold on. You're finding me at... Well, I wouldn't say it's a good or a bad time. John raid. Hello, John. Well, it's him. He's literally John Bloom. Okay. You are... Nope, you are also easily rage baited. Hold on. How do I rage bait you into one spot? Here we go. Sorry, here we go. It's playing a new Dune WOD called John WAD. It was full of John. Was there just like a guy named John there? He's just there. He's like John egging. John. Hello, welcome, Jonathan. It's all John. That's the only way to describe it. Well, welcome, Jonathan and company. Jonathan and Jonathans. He really loves Coca-Cola. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this VOD to get context for any of this. But yes, welcome. I am currently somewhat struggling through this temple. But I think that might be the point of the temple. Ooh. But yes, welcome. I am Nice Eggy. I am nice and good. And today I'm playing Zelda, but I also stream other things. I usually stream Mahjong on Mondays. Lately I've been trying to do hand cam streams as well for arts and crafts. But yeah, thank you for coming and thank you for the raid. It was created over the course of a single 2,000+ hour Discord voice call between a lot of mappers. The long and short of the story is, it features John, a psychotic man whose flesh melted off his body due to extreme substance abuse. He now runs around as a skeleton with guns, fueled by the desire to acquire more cocaine. Glasses on? Actually? Enjoy Ghost Story of Link, Saxophone of Space. Is this a saxophone? Uh-oh. I don't have a lot. Wait, do I have to fight this guy again? Oh, wait, hold on a second. I'm an adult. It's fine, I have a fairy. Let me check how many fairies I have left, though. Hold on. Do I still have a second fairy? I still have a second fairy. We're fine. Okay, looks like, older Link is no... Oh, goodness. Round 2. Okay, hold on. I think the problem here is that we're big. We're big. I know he's, like, knocking down pillars, but I like to think that it's, like, the heart's flying out of my body. Because, okay, so it looks like we still can't... Can we roll? Rolling is harder as an adult, I think. It's much harder as an adult. Like, on one hand, we're bigger, and each of our hits will probably deal more damage. Okay. So we're not immune to whatever this is. What's the most recent one? Hold on. Yes, this is the one I made most recently. Oh, right, the rage baiters. Okay, hold on. There's gotta be an easier way to do that, right? Do I just have to rage bait them all? Here we go. Solve my puzzles. There we go. Okay. Okay. Yes, have good to all. Thank you, Anima Pod Kosher. Thank you. And also, welcome to anyone who just may have followed. Sorry, just checking my notifications. Nope, we're good. Okay. I have not failed to greet anybody. We're good. I think. Let's see. Right. I remember there was... this on the side. Alright, I have to lock in again. Oh. Here we go. Okay, so we have this guy again. Which is unfortunate. I don't suppose we can just go around him, can we? Can we attack from, like, the back? Here we go. I was hoping maybe we could start at an advantageous position, but that might not be in the cards for us. I don't think there is an advantageous position to have with this guy, aside from behind him. Here we go. Now I'm in the right mindset, I think. Ooh, okay, I was a little too close. So I got knocked over, but I picked up hearts in the process. Okay. It's fine. We just have to lead him over here so he can knock down more pillars and get us more free hearts. There, see? Easy. Oh, he's much faster, I think, now. Ooh. He's much faster. I feel like when... Okay. I feel like when you do it as a child, when you do this battle as a kid, he's slower, but I think he's faster this time. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I think he was faster this time. The first time around, he was a bit slower. Ooh, the light. Ooh! Yahoo! What do we got? The mirror shield. The shield's polished surface can reflect light or energy. Press R to use it. Ooh! Link is like... Like that he's the idea that he's like walking around like a disco ball. You got the disco ball shield. Use this to be super groovy. Now where were... Okay. I'm assuming there's a reason we would need to get back into the temple since they gave us this elevator. So I'm assuming whatever we need to do with our disco ball shield will be up there. Shiny, yeah! Blind your enemies with the power of the sun. Okay. Yeah, I think there might be something else to do with this statue. Not 100% certain, but I'm having ideas. Because that giant, like, gem in the middle seems just a little too prominent, a little too obvious, right? Like, you see the, like, just like the giant jewel in the middle of her chest. That just seems a little too obvious to not do anything, right? But then again, I'm not sure, is there anything in this room that can even reflect light? We can't go back there anyway. I'm assuming this room must be... Oh, hold on a second. Oh, is there something behind the statue? Hold on. I'm assuming there's something behind the statue because I'm seeing an exit here and a big boss enemy symbol at the top of the map there. So I'm assuming there's something to do here. Let's see. I'm still not 100% sure how this works, though, because I know you need the sun. Wait, hold on a second. Which side was it? Oh, it looks like it's not a place we can go back to. I seem to remember there was an area where there was, like, just, like, a completely random sunspot on the floor. But, like, there wasn't anything else in the area that would have been able to, like, do anything for that. I don't remember which side of the temple it was on. It's like, you can't just point it willy-nilly. It's not gonna do anything if you just point it like this. You gotta... Ah, here we go. Was it here? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Gotta lure it out of the sun. Get over here. Why are you invincible? Why are you invincible? Hold on. Why was it invincible? That's illegal. They shouldn't be able to do that. Ah, here we go. You're in the shadows, I think. There we go. And there was only one, right? Oh, right. Huh? Did I crash the game? What did you do? I also want to know what I did. I also want to know what I did. Remember, you paid money for this. Well, so did, like, thousands of people in the 1990s. What's? I would also like to know what's. I also need to know what's. What's? What's? The software was closed because an error occurred. Yeah, I figured. Can I pick up where I left off? I have my save states. I hope I saved. I hope I saved after I got the reflective shield. I probably didn't, did I? I probably didn't. Oh no! Oh no! No, I'm gonna have to. Would you blame me if I rage quit here for the night? Would you blame me if I rage quit here for the night? This egg is quite cross. Correct! Would you blame me if I rage quit? Valid crash out. Yeah, honestly, would you blame me if I just quit here for the night? Because, like, it's almost midnight. It's almost midnight. I was like, oh, I'll just go until I unlock the final boss room. Hopefully I won't crash the game again. Not really, and I gotta go to bed anyway. Nice, responsible eggplant. Good job. Understandable. Yeah. Can I redeem? I'd like to redeem one rage quit because I think I should be allowed. I think under these circumstances, I should be allowed. I was gonna do it until I got, like, the boss key, and then I was like, okay, I'll do the boss for this temple next time. I'll try not to crash the game with my disco ball shield. He got too groovy. He got too funky. The Nintendo Switch couldn't take it. Okay, let's write a note for next week's EGGY. What's today? Today is, oh god, it's April 22nd? It cannot already be the 22nd. That's illegal. Important questions. Did you record the songs? Yes, okay. Yes. The thing I needed to record is recorded. Unfortunately, okay. Actually, I had like 4 things I needed to record, and 2 of them are done. 2 of them are done. 1 of them is not yet done, but will probably not take very long once I get down to it. I'll probably do it tomorrow. And then the 4th one requires the ukulele, so that's like a whole different project. So, yes, it is actually mostly done. I do need to, oh yeah, I need to actually like send my lines. Whoops. Last night, it was for a group project, and I was like, okay, I've recorded, I'll send it once, I'll like divide them up and send it, and then I forgot to do that second part. Anyway, dear Eggy. Okay, we'll only do 2 lines of ooh. That's enough oohing for there. Today we tried to get to the boss key of this temple, but then the game crashed. So you'll have to redo the last part before you got the mirror shield. The room coming up will have that big difficult axe boss, so well, it's a mini boss, really. Mini boss, so be careful. Anything else? Also try not to crash the game again. Again, if you can help it. Alright. Do I have anything to talk about from this week? This week has been very normal. I went to the gym and I streamed and... Oh! Actually, yesterday I got a haircut and had a tasty lunch, so I suppose that's that's something of note. Merry Christmas, Egg. In April? Merry Christmas, Machine Ghetto. Merry Christmas. Okay. What's something of note? At least the weather is still pretty nice. In April. It's April. I mean, Easter was at the beginning of this month, so I guess it really has been April. But I don't know. Do you guys prefer earlier Easters or later Easters? Because for me personally, I've always disliked when Easter is in like March. Because like, March here is, it's not spring. It does not count as spring. It's always sad. It was always kind of sad as a kid when you're like, Easter egg hunt and like all the decorations are all like spring and flowers and grass. And then like, you look outside and there's still snow. Like you're doing an Easter egg hunt, but you're either doing it indoors or like it's in the snow because it's so cold and there's still snow on the ground. No, March does not count as spring. I've always preferred April Easters because like, the later the better, to be honest. The later the better. Yeah, and then it's actively snowing outside. Yeah! Because yeah, even like current Eggy City, things are looking pretty nice and green. But I know I called my mom the other day, and she was like, yeah, there's no snow there anymore, but it's, where she is, the grass is very much not green. Very much not green. But I don't know. I appreciate the very lush green grass that we have here right now. It's been very nice. I think some trees and flowers are starting to bud as well. Oh, there's daffodils. Daffodils have become blooming. Daffodils are usually pretty early, but yeah, they're pretty early. Or I think also as well, oh, what's that flower? I don't know what it's called in English because my mom would always talk about it in French. In French, it's called Perce-Neige, which is like is like Snowpiercer, because like they're a flower that like starts growing very early on. I think we have those as well. But yeah, okay. I don't think I have any reminders for next week. I think I'm good. Does anybody have anything you guys want to remind yourselves of for next week? All right. Hovering around 0 and periods of snow all weekend in the forecast here. Yeah, it's like that. Well, I mean, here I feel like lately it's been like, okay, you'll have like 4 nice days, and then the temperature will just drop. And then it will be cold for like 2-3 days, and then it'll go back up. But I guess it'll just be like that until, like, I don't know, next month, I guess. Okay. New rule for Faye, and also for everybody else, but Faye is like the only one who does this. I'm going to ban like making your reminder a reminder to me. I'm the one writing the reminders to me. That's not your job. That's not your job. I will gladly write reminders to you, but I'm the one who knows what I need to do. Faye would like to be reminded to make illustrations for Webtoon. Arc of Jonah would like to be reminded to head to Death Mountain. Wait, no, is this a reminder for me? Hold on. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. I mean, I guess if it's gameplay related. Also, head to Death Mountain to upgrade the magic meter if you get a moment. Okay. Arc of Jonah would like to be reminded to refill the gas in their car. No. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Nobody? I guess maybe this isn't a very eventful week. Going once? Going twice? Sold to nobody. I'm remind me to eat a potato. Nope, you're too late. You're too late. Have a nice and good week. There we go. From Egg. Why am I putting myself in all capitals? EGGY. EGGY. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Okay. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got our Eggy diary. We will be fine for next week. We'll figure things out. So, let me see who's on, who I can rate, though. Because that's another important thing. I will get the VOD up on YouTube as soon as possible. I'm really sorry to the usual YouTube people. I am sorry. It may happen again. It is an extra step, and if I'm not thinking, then I completely miss it. Let's see who's on, though. Let's see who's on. Because I know this is usually a busy time of day. Let's see. Odessa is on. Hess. Oh, Hess is on. I haven't rated Hess in a long time. I think our hours usually just like don't line up very well. What's she doing? Final Fantasy V on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I think I'll rate Hess. I'll rate Hess. There we go. There we go. You break more than me. It's like midnight. That's fine. I'll go play Tomodachi Life. I'll go play Tomodachi Life after this. There we go. And what are we gonna say? What are we gonna say today? The game crashed. Game crashed. And then if you have the nah, please tack that one on. The game crashed. Nah. 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 But yes, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry that the game crashed. But I will be back. Again, might get a stream in on Friday. I really want to do the hand cam. I've been like, every week I'm like, I want to do the hand cam, and then it just keeps not happening. So I will do my best to make that happen. Either Friday or another time this weekend. So yeah, I will do my best. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Thank you for being nice and good. And au revoir. Bye-bye.